Yeah, she's
Yeah.
been around for a very long time.
Yeah, who's been around longer?
Jax Films.
Jax Films Jax Films is like original, right? Like one of the first big ones around.
He's been around for almost as long as I have. He's been around for like 17 years on the platform.
Yeah, and then Sniper Wolf. So correct me if I'm wrong. If Sniper Wolf has been there a long time, has she only gotten really popular in the last few years?
Nope.
No?
She's been popular all the way since the Call of Duty days.
Wow. Damn, okay.
Yeah.
See, this is the stuff I didn't know. This is the stuff I don't follow. This is why we need to talk about this stuff so the audience can learn.
Well, I think the audience knows more than us.
Fuck me
probably.
then, I guess.
What made Sniper Wolf popular? What kind of content did she do? I don't know much about her early days.
Woman gaming videos.
Videos.
Yeah, just good-looking girl playing video games pretty well.
Right. Okay. That whole shtick.
Well, back on early YouTube, that was actually like an accomplishment. Like, oh, you're a woman doing this. Oh,
yeah,
good
that was
for
very
you.
rare.
Yeah. Remember when it was like not as popular for women to play video games, and now it's more popular.
Go home, gamer girl. All that kind of. Obviously that
just
what was the
shit.
CSI episode was a joke, but that was still early internet culture. Mid 2000s was very much women don't play video games, and it's all for attention.
It was also like gamer dudes didn't want women playing video games. They don't want
still
them in
don't.
their
There's so many fucking
I know.
weirdos that have such a huge stink about it.
Nothing's changed. Let's be honest.
Why would you want to exclude women from video games? It seems like such a virgin energy. Like this is just a boys club.
I mean, yeah.
It's
just fucking weirdos.
Anyway, so she's a super popular streamer, YouTuber, and so her content format in the last few years has pivoted, I think, to reaction content. And as we all know, reaction content in general on YouTube and Twitch is in a bit of a murky place at the moment. People are kind of figuring out that, hey, maybe it's not ethically the best kind of thing when you're stealing content from other creators and then putting it on your own platform without, creatively changing it. And that is definitely the case here with Sniper Wolf. Her entire channel is basically reaction videos with her static expression just making goofy input maybe once every 3 minutes. It is literally just her watching other people's videos.
Don't give her more credit as well, because some of her clips and parts of her videos are just flat out stolen TikToks.
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah,
she doesn't even react at all. She's not even on screen. She just posts people's clips without their permission. I know that was a big part of it.
It's also not good. I think Jax Films went into this a little bit because he's been documenting it and kind of critiquing it for the last 6 months or so. He kind of went into it a bit where it's not even reaction content really, because she's scripting. She's very clearly watched the videos beforehand, knows exactly what happens, and she's wrote her own script for what she wants to happen, and it's still creatively bankrupt.
Sounds like way more efforts than just reacting.
I don't think she's scripting it. I'm pretty sure Jax Films also said he doesn't think she's necessarily scripting it either anymore. It's she has absolutely on some of them already seen it and is faking what's gonna happen, even though she already knows.
There's a lot of examples of videos where she predicts what is going to happen and it happens exactly as she says. So that's what kind of seems scripted. I don't know. I think it's probably a mix, honestly. But regardless, Jax Films has been critiquing her and following it all, and pretty much that's been his entire personality and identity for the last 6 months. He's just basically become a Sniper Wolf documentarian and keeping tabs on her and tweeting about it and trying to get people to, critique her as well.
Don't undersell his biggest move as well. He created a second channel, and all it does, and it's very, very popular for how new it is, all he does is watch the daily Sniper Wolf video and tear it down and make fun of how bad she is at what she does. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's all he uploads on it.
If this was any other creator, if he was going after any other creator for their content each day, it would be kind of excessive and weird, but because it's Sniper Wolf and because she's doing reaction content, it is so hilarious and justified in my opinion. Anyway, so yeah, they've been like feuding, and then this escalated to the point where in the last week, Sniper Wolf showed up to Jack's Film's house while he was streaming, and streamed it, or took a picture of it and showed it to her Instagram audience on her Instagram story, which is like 5 million people large, basically fully doxing where he lives, and like, yeah, like his vulnerabilities to an audience of 5 million people just because of this internet beef, which is just so hilariously devoid of any kind of like rationale or reason, and it is so out of left field. And he was on stream while it happened as well, and you can see the moment he receives like a picture from a friend or something, or information from a friend, where they're telling him that Sniper Wolf is outside your house right now, streaming it to an audience of 5 million people, and he's just like flabbergasted and shocked. That would be such a terrifying feeling, especially if you like, you know, appreciate your privacy. But that's, you're all caught up at this point. That's basically what happened.
Kaya, Charlie, did he miss any details?
Nope. That's the whole thing.
Okay.
I don't know. I only found out what a sniper wolf is this morning. And then I found out that she's basically just a cash me outside girl. But somehow just even more annoying, I guess. So this is just an internet feud, and this trashy woman drove God knows how long to her internet feud rival's home to literally do the catch me outside.
We recovered the nuclear warhead that was loaded on.
Come outside and catch these hands.
Well, her thing was she wanted to talk, yeah.
Yeah, let's talk like adults, even though it's like so not an
Okay,
adult
whatever.
thing to drive across the state to show up at your opponent's house.
Yes. I just want to
Fucking
talk.
midnight.
Well, I did see tweets from her sister. I don't know if that's like, I don't know the veracity of any of this, but her sister said, "What's the matter? Does he not know how to fight?" Just trashy shit.
So wait, they wanted her to come outside and beat up this woman, basically.
Yeah, that would have been amazing.
Yeah. Well, they did the usual in the video that you're talking about, where he's getting told by his voice chats that she's outside. He says, "I'm not going out," which is the correct response to someone showing up to your home in the middle of the night
Yeah.
and like tweeting about you or Instagramming about you. The thing is that this is like weird, even if someone you knew and liked did this. Like, you know how
Yeah.
annoyed you are when someone just shows up to your door unannounced, like, "Hey man, let's hang out." It's like, I had plans, not right now,
You
dude.
could have called, yeah.
Imagine if even like your coworker or something showed up in the middle of the night, sent you a photo of your home and said, "Come outside right
It'd be the-
now."
well,
Just wanna
yeah,
talk.
It has
So
nothing to do with it
creepy.
being like Sniper Wolf per se. It's just that whole sequence is very degenerate, yeah.
Yeah, the act that someone drove that far just to have beef with you on your lawn, it's such like Ethan Ralph behavior. Catch me outside girl behavior, just trashy, and you realize,
Yeah.
oh, this is par for the course for this person, because apparently she also has a criminal history of like domestic abuse and armed robbery for which she was booked at some point. So you go,
I didn't know
okay,
that.
this is just
Well, I don't know about
these
domestic
people have been
abuse,
sharing
but
everywhere.
she had a
Not
armed
domestic
robbery.
abuse, it was something.
Armed robbery?
Disorderly conduct fighting. Disorderly
Holy shit.
conduct fighting.
I mean, it's not too far of a stretch to imagine if she's got an armed robbery case or charge against her that she might have like other charges like domestic abuse or whatever. That
It's-
usually
yeah,
points to like an unhinged individual.
Like, what I'm trying to say is that in another timeline, she would have been on Dr. Phil, beefing with him instead.
Yeah. Instead, she's like world famous.
Yeah, instead, somehow, I guess she found her way into YouTube's bosom, where I guess a lot of people are mad at YouTube now that she's not getting banned or that YouTube's promoting her at events or something.
Well, it started with the promotion. YouTube made a post saying like, Sniper Wolf is our most dreamy creator ever. Where do you get your ideas, Sniper Wolf? And that's where it all started, actually, for this whole thing.
Yeah.
Where do you
It's
get
all
your
just-
ideas?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
just stealing other people's content.
Well, no, so they were. I did see that one. She also followed up that question by saying, "I get it from my fans," or something to that effect. Which, you know, she doesn't. get ideas from her fans. She blatantly takes her fans' ideas. Like,
Well, wait. Is she so delusional that she thinks that the people she's stealing content from are her fans? And all content is just for her?
No, I assume it's just for Sims sending her videos.
I think it's a canned
Sniper Wolf, reply.
Yeah.
Please react to
React to
this.
that.
Yeah, it's a canned response. You know, where do you get your ideas? Oh, my fans, I can't do it without my fans. It's all my fans supporting me. Like, it doesn't mean anything on a surface level.
So I just looked at her YouTube channel. She's got 35 million subscribers.
Yes.
I did not know that she had 35 million subscribers. And her videos average like between 1 and 1.5 million views. What? She's lazy though. She doesn't upload daily. She only uploads like once every 3-4 days.
And
She used to do daily.
and according to Social Blade, this scandal has in no way impacted her viewership in the
Oh, of course
slightest.
not.
It's only growing.
The people watching reaction content have different characters.
Yeah.
But it really might affect her if YouTube takes action, since they usually are very against doxing.
Yeah.
But do you think that they would fully ban Sniper from the platform for this?
Never. Absolutely not. She's too big of a cash cow. She makes too much money for them.
She is their genius creator.
Yeah. I could foresee that they would ban her for like a month. And
No
then,
shot at you.
probably a week, I guess. Yeah. And
I
then
could
they
see
go
a
on like
week.
nothing happened.
Okay, how about this middle ground? To punish her, every time you watch one of the YouTube's videos, YouTube could put up a pop-up that's been saying to disable your ad block to give
Nah.
them more money.
That's right. Or
I want all
or
the
what they
memory
could do
boards.
to punish her is every time you watch her video, you get a pop-up with her address on it. Yeah, what goes around comes around. Kai, I'm guessing that was your subtle lead into the uBlock YouTube war and all of that.
Yeah, I see a lot of people panicking about this. Everybody's sharing the same screenshot of that little pop-up that's basically a sim generic. Hey, we notice you're using an ad block. That's not okay because like our viewers are starving and like if you want to read this article, please disable it. And also if you want to watch this YouTube, just subscribe. Dude, why are you using ad block? And then it basically forces you to watch that pop-up just statically on the screen for 5 seconds and then you couldn't click out of it. That's why I love it. Like, just like people who aren't savvy with technology or things had to deal with this before. Be like, oh no, like, is ad block getting finally let off? Are we going to have to watch ads? And the answer is no. This whack-a-mole game has always been going on. Like the ad block is on the website. Just like this arms race between
Let's talk about that because I think that arms race is fucking fascinating. So that is a normal occurrence where the ads on the websites go back and forth, and it's like, oh, we found a new way to give you a pop-up, and then the ad blockers update and go, we blocked that too, and back and forth. But what's been happening lately is every day, and they do this like 4 times a day, Google will update their YouTube API to get around the ad blockers. But then, within like the hour or 2 hours of that going up, the ad blockers will update and get around that API. And there are huge like back and forth threads now going, okay, we have this hash update from Google and now we're working on it with our team. If you don't see this hash as your update method, then you're out of date and you will see ads. Now you need to update to this and do this fix. And it's just now that YouTube is putting these pop-ups up, it's like literally every day there's new threads every hour going, we have a new update, go, go, go. I think it's fun. It's fascinating.
That's what YouTube wants though. They just want to make the process of, enabling your ad block as laborious as possible
Right.
so that you just stop using it.
Their goal, it's all war of attrition, and YouTube's goal
Yeah.
is to just get people to concede to buying YouTube Premium. Like, that's what they want. That is their ultimate end goal.
I bought YouTube Premium like 2 years ago.
You
and
pussy.
I have
did
not
too.
regretted my purchase.
well-
I haven't regretted it. I honestly haven't.
I
Kaya?
can't have ad block on my phone. I listen to music.
I have
Yeah,
ad block on my phone.
exactly.
You do have ad block on your phone if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but most people don't.
It's just
Yeah,
easier
it's
to
just
pay.
easier.
It's just easier to pay them.
It,
money,
it is
honestly.
definitely easier. I will give you that. It's a bit of a hassle.
Like from a value proposition, I watch so much YouTube, like YouTube essays or whatever, like long form videos and stuff.
Mhm.
And yeah, I could like AdBlock works fine. You know, I could totally use AdBlock.
Right.
But just paying the I don't know how much it is, like $10 a month for what is essentially another Netflix subscription to content that I actively actually watch.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. I am actually fine with that. And it is nice to know that some of that money does go to the creators as well.
It does? Oh, I guess from, their share of the
Premium ads.
premium
yeah.
ads. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, I mean, YouTube Premium's not the worst thing. There's certainly
It really isn't.
far worse subscriptions, so I'm not gonna hate on making that decision, but
Didn't they used to bundle it with like YouTube Music or something as well? Do they still do that?
Guess what? We still
I
gotta
think,
do
but
that
not all
again.
I don't use YouTube Music.
I didn't get
so
all the
I don't really
boards.
get any value out of
I
that.
know there used to be Google Play Music, and that became YouTube Music after a few
Yeah,
years.
Google's biggest fucking problem is just how many
was an unmanned.
projects it spins up and then immediately
There's no
cancels or
need for a
rebrands or
Right.
pivots from. They never stick with anything, and it's so annoying because I don't know what I'm actually buying anymore.
Right. But it's it's a bigger scale thing than it might see on the outset. I read a thing where someone made a really good point, and someone asked the question, why doesn't Google just remove these ad blockers from Chrome's store? You know, the Chrome extensions. Why don't they block uBlock Origin or AdBlock Plus on Chrome? Just turn it off. And the response
Don't they?
was because then people will start using Firefox. They'll just
True,
leave.
yeah.
You know.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
it's
that is a good
it's
point.
becoming more and more widespread every day, where people just automatically slap on an ad blocker. You know.
If our fucking lawmakers had any spine, they would make a constitutional amendment. This would be our like 17th right or whatever. Our ability to block ads.
Mm-hmm.
It should be. We should always have that right.
No, that will never
okay,
happen.
never
Again, for
mind.
the same reason that last week I told you, the same reason that doxing will never go away, because it is the backbone of the economy.
Democracy.
Is
Ah.
advertising. Maybe that too, yeah, but no, it will not go away. Like advertising agencies having all of your data and selling your data around and selling you
Yeah.
shit, that's genuinely. If you get rid of that, you might as well just get rid of everything.
How are they still selling information on us though? Because I feel like everyone's got that information.
Yeah, I feel like at this point we've reached maximum capacity. What else is there to possibly
Yeah.
sell?
What other information could they get from me at this point? They-
Probably
they
where
don't-
you're like standing right now, and then
There's
its
always new
updated
people.
location.
Well, there's always new. Yeah, true. There is always new people. But the market's getting smaller, right? Because there's not.
No, it's
Is
getting
it?
better. The advertising market is not shrinking whatsoever, and data.
Oh, I know
brokering
the
is-
advertising market in general. I'm just talking about data harvesting.
That's they're hand in hand.
No, I know.
That's it.
Well, no, advertising is more than just data harvesting. The advertising industry is more than just data harvesting. I'm just talking about the data harvesting.
Yeah, but it's kind of like saying the cartel is more than selling drugs. Yes, technically correct. But you genuinely cannot untangle these two anymore. It's like two cracker fucking. It's not gonna get rid of it. All we can do is install our ad blocks and deal with it. And then Google proposed something like a tech layer in addition to their browser, which would basically be DRM for the entire internet, which immediately got panned by everyone in the tech sector. So they clearly said, oh, we're not actually they're trying to do some shifty shit too. And I do remember that for a while they did ban AdBlock from the Google Play Store. You couldn't download it.
Let me ask you an interesting question to the whole class. When was the last time you guys tried using the internet without an ad block? Are you insane? When was the last time you took the condom off and just seen what it was like raw on the internet? How long ago would you say?
Oh,
Years.
yeah, once in a while, just out of
2006.
curiosity. Because once in a while, the other day I had genuine chimp outs. I don't get angry much, but like once a year something makes me so angry I start beating myself and screaming. And it usually happens.
That doesn't surprise
It
me.
usually happens It usually happens when I have to buy airline tickets. I hate these fucking companies. They do not allow VPNs. You have to make an account. They do not even allow like offshoot browsers or anything. You have to use like Explorer or Edge or something. Unless they give you just amorphous errors. And the annoying part is you'll fill out like a 90-part field: passenger name, last name, social security number, asshole wrinkles. And you have to do this for every single person. But if you get a single error, a single field wrong, they wipe all of it, and you have to fill them all out again. And I had to do this over and over like 6 times.
You know what a lot of airlines are also really great at? The whole time you're doing that, they have 900 extra pages going, by the way, real quick, just, do you want to upgrade to an extra bag?
Yes.
Please make sure you don't want to, because this is your last chance, and then you have 7 more pop-ups later on that tell you
if
you
you
can do it.
If you accidentally click,
Yeah, if you want to rent a fucking car or hotel, it's like, no, I don't need that when I'm going to visit family. Like, come on.
See, you could also just not fly, like me.
Fair, and then I'd have the car already. You might
I will
actually
say
be
the
a
last time I bought airline tickets though, it was like super hassle-free, so I'm actually kind of surprised to hear that.
Who'd you fly with?
no, not for me.
Southwest.
Oh,
I
really?
actually have heard that they're pretty decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the airline
Well, the
is
issue is
cool,
you don't
but-
always have a choice, right?
That's
Because if you're
also
like,
true.
depending on the routes where you're trying to go, maybe you can't fly United or Southwest or whatever. You have to settle for American Airlines or whatever. And then American Airlines tells you, oh, your credit card was issued in Europe, so you have to go to a European website. And you go, why the fuck does American Airlines even operate in Europe? And then you go to the European website, and the tickets cost twice as much because, of course, the Europeans want their goddamn tax from me. And also, all of my forms have been wiped out again, so I have to re-enter them now on a German website.
Yourself. Calm down, please.
I'm gonna chimp out again. I genuinely get angry. I get so fucking angry at these goddamn airline companies. They're demonic. But my point was to return to Charlie's original question. Those are usually the services where I go, I'm not gonna do any of my privacy shit. I'm gonna use Internet Explorer or Edge or whatever and just do it by the books as hassle-free as possible. And it's still such an arduous pain in the ass.
So I actually just a week ago probably tried the internet without an ad block, and
Why?
I just to try it because it'd been so long. I was wondering what it looked like. So I went on just looking at news articles, no ad block, no nothing. It was unbelievably miserable.
Yep.
There's like actually 7 ads per page, and there's the autoplay ads that play on the bottom of every page you visit. And then after that, there's pop-up ads that'll start playing. It's so bad.
I believe it.
I don't know how the
was,
internet is usable without an ad block. I really don't.
Yeah.
It isn't. It isn't at
It's
all.
not designed to be usable. It's
Yeah.
designed to be
A few
ads.
months ago, I was testing a new kind of ad block thing, and I had to like see, okay, what does it look like without it? Now I'll turn it on and see what it does. And it's just, you can't even get to the content you want
You
because
can't.
the screen is just blocked by shit.
Yeah, no, you actually can't even get to where you want to go.
So what are you talking about? Just Google index pages, or are you talking about the actual sites themselves? Like which part?
The
Well,
actual
everything's
sites.
ruined.
Oh, I'm talking about the sites.
Google results are also ruined.
Yeah.
Like even like everything is going to shit, man. Like even DuckDuckGo now, the first 2 results are fucking ads
Yeah.
that you have to go out of
Sponsored
your way to
spots.
block.
That pisses me off too because it roundaboutly just hits the same problem. So let's say you're running an ad block and you go on Google and you search for a website. Let's just say you search New York Times. So the first result will be NewYorkTimes.com, but it's an ad. It's a sponsored slot. So when you click it, it says, oh, webpage blocked because it's an ad, but that's the right result. So what do? Do you turn off your ad block to Google and then turn it back on when you get to the website? It's so stupid. Why does the New York Times need to sponsor their fucking spot at the top when that's what you're searching? And I know the answer is because all the other companies are sponsoring their spots to the top. But you would think Google would, for the first result or 2 at least, go, here's the exact thing you're looking for.
I've
It's
never understood
crazy.
how that works. If everyone can buy sponsorships for the top spot, how do they decide whose sponsorship is worth the most?
God
to put
only
them into the top
knows.
spot?
Well, no, it depends on the topic. And what companies like to do is they buy ad spots for relevant searches. So let's say you are looking for Godot game engine. right? That's your search query. Unity will buy ads to place their own game engine at the very top.
Yeah.
That's how it generally works. They just use us instead.
What if Godot also pays then?
Then they'll be the second or first result. I guess it depends on who's outbidding each other, and that's
Yeah.
the fucking advertising industry for you.
Do you remember when
Joy to the world,
Google?
what a great.
Do you remember when Google made a pledge a long time ago, and they were like, "We want to keep our website clean and neat and usable, and so we promise to never put anything on the homepage of Google except for the search bar." And that's great, and they still do that. But boy, does that not apply when you use the search itself and actually start looking for things, because it's just a mess of garbage now.
But they make it super obvious which like links are sponsors, and it
Yeah,
has the
it's
opposite
not like
effect.
deceptive.
It has the opposite effect on me. I just immediately just visually skip over the sponsored spots. So
That's the smartest thing to do, because a lot of them are actually viruses. So for a
Yeah.
while on RuneScape, there's a service called RuneLite, and the first result when you look for it is the sponsored one, but that's actually a scam. So if you download that, you get a virus, and it's like that for a lot.
Very cool.
Yeah.
yeah, I doubt Google cares to check like. If
No, they don't
of
give a
course not.
fuck at all.
links are
No
safe
way.
or not.
They have zero reason to give a shit. Because they can just say it's your fault. You went to the wrong website. Click
No,
the
it's
wrong
just
link.
Well, no, I mean,
Plus,
it
it's
is
all
a
just
sponsored
automated.
post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we need an internet too. Let's just start again.
We do. It's called Web3, baby. Crypto. Let's go.
Oh,
yeah.
NFTs.
Literally
Now we
already
see
ruined
crypto
before it began.
spam instead.
Yeah. I just want a nice, clean web experience. Can we do it?
Not anymore. The web's too large.
Yeah. What if we
Too
made the
large and
internet
just-
smaller?
God, I wish.
It actually is already too small. Like, it's just too centralized on, 5 different websites. Probably part of the issue.
Yeah, that is a huge part of the issue. It's because you have the internet controlled by like Google, Amazon, Facebook, Apple, Microsoft. There's just a monopoly of 5 companies. So when one company makes one unpopular decision, it just affects so much of internet traffic. Google, again, the world's biggest search engine. When that search engine becomes shit, then guess what? The world's biggest search engine is shit. Those people
Okay. Here's an idea. Would you guys Would you guys pay for an internet premium? You pay an extra $10 a month to your ISP or something, and then all ads
I'm already paying for my ISP.
and
That's-
but you get no ads now.
No.
You don't sound sure.
I feel like
No.
the tools that people
grumbling.
make that for free would be better. You know?
No, the ISPs have made them illegal. You can't use them anymore. That's all.
Oh, that's gonna stop people on the internet. Oh fuck yeah, they'll never do it again. I mean,
the principle
for
of the
the
matter.
uBlock thing. To circle back for an example, this is only becoming a real big hoopla in the last week. Until then, for the last 10 years, 12 years, however long, uBlock has blocked the ads just fine. It hasn't been a problem.
Yeah, but maybe this is doomsday. Maybe they're scattering. They don't know what to do now.
The beginning of the end.
Yeah, maybe it is the beginning again.
Jesus.
Because maybe the advertising industry has finally like gone through, and it doesn't know where to go. It's not making more money anymore, especially after COVID. So maybe now they're scared, and now they're investing all their resources into destroying ad blockers for good. Before we continue on talking about obnoxious ads online, let me tell you about Mint Mobile. They're anything but obnoxious, trust me. Fellas, let me tell you what. At Super 20% offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now.
Here's what we need to do. I think we need interactive ads. We need to bring back what Microsoft was trying to patent with the Xbox Connect, where
Yeah.
when I'm watching Netflix or YouTube, an ad will play for Pepsi, and I have to physically stand up and raise my arms and say Pepsi before the ad will stop.
I think you're onto something.
Yeah, it's the only way.
If it takes you're a Coke fan or you've got a Coke on the fucking table and it just fucking explodes. Doesn't know what to do.
Maybe we can use that for good, yeah, like make the whole nation lose weight. When you're watching Netflix, you have to actually stand up and do some jumping jacks to skip the ads. That
How
could work.
does
Use it?
no, how does that help the advertisers, Kaya? You're being silly.
I know.
Focus on them.
No, it does help. It does help because people are lazy. They're not going to get up and do jumping jacks, so they'll watch the ad. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, Jackson, you don't live in America. You're not thinking like an American.
Oh
Yeah, you have to find both sides of the war.
What you're saying is, if like you know how YouTube has the ads that pop up and you've got to wait 5 seconds to skip them. Instead of giving you a timer, you got to jump. You got to get up and do 5 jumping jacks instead. To skip
Right.
it. You think people would just sit through the ad?
If that
now?
was the new policy, most people would just watch every single ad given to them.
Oh man, and you know what? I think you're right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
depressing. But
Yeah, but it's true.
Yeah.
Ooh, and then they could sell like digital Ozempic where you inject it and you don't have to do the jumping jacks and you get to skip the ads.
And you pay for it.
New ad block.
Yeah.
Well, we could also.
yeah.
You guys are totally overlooking the potential of the Neuralink and its advertising capabilities. We're only just scratching the surface.
Oh, yeah.
You're right. I could have ads on the go.
You could have ads every single second of every day.
Oh my god, that's so exciting.
Has anyone ever made a entire show within an ad?
Well, there's been ads that like continue on from one another, like.
Right. There are continuous ads, but I'm talking about what if you get an advertising slot and the slot is just the show?
Are you talking about literally every cartoon ever? Every cartoon series?
From,
Oh, yeah, they
from
just
the
sell
80s, yeah.
toys.
Where it's like,
Yeah.
buy new Captain America cereal. Like, I get that. But I'm saying, like, what if we go on YouTube and we buy an ad slot and so you upload a video to YouTube and it's nothing. It's like a black screen. But then when the ad plays before the video, that's your video.
That's the content.
Yeah, that's the content. It's a 15-minute long ad, but it's your video.
You could click the skip after 5 seconds. to
It's
just skip
somewhat
the entire
reminiscent
video.
of what some gas stations do, where they like play you ads when you're filling up your
Oh
tank.
god, yeah, that shit annoys me so much.
Wait, how's that
It's-
the same though? That's just an ad. That's just like.
Well, yeah, but like your content is filling up your car.
Yeah. I hate that shit so much, man, because you pull up to the gas station, it's nice and like quiet. It's a gas station, and you're putting your stuff in, you hear the little beeps of the machine, and then as soon as you start pumping, check out these newest songs from Looper! It's like, it's always so fucking loud and distracting.
I've never experienced that. I think I visited a few gas stations when I was in America, making it sound like it was fucking Disneyland. But I think I did go to them.
They are a more
I don't
recent
remember them.
thing. They are newer, but they're everywhere.
I do remember the gas stations in America took up like entire. They were like enormous. They were so fucking large. I remember. They're much smaller here. So that was the only difference I remember noting. I don't remember just advertisements screaming at me. But then again, I don't think I filled up a car. I just went to like.
It's not every
some
gas
food.
station. It's just some of them.
Yeah. It's the more bigger chains, the more bigger gas stations that do it.
Yeah.
I like billboards still. It has not, ever since I came here, it has not gotten old. I don't know why. Every time I'm on the highway, I just look out for scumbag lawyer 47, sue your own mama for dropping you once as a baby. It's so fucking straight out of a Better Call Saul episode.
Yep. We get a lot of those puppies.
Jackson, related on that, Jackson, do you get commercials for medications and medicines in Australia?
No,
No,
I'm
they
pretty
don't.
sure it's illegal.
Yeah, that
It's
was
illegal here.
that was one I'd heard as well. Where in America, it's weird that we just advertise medicine on TV all the fucking time. That's apparently not a thing anywhere else.
Well, I can't remember the last time I actually sat down and watched like free TV, like free to air TV, which is where all the advertisements are. So I'm not 100% sure, but I also think there's not that many lawyer ads here either. So it's
Untapped
completely
market,
different.
you say?
Bring export lawyers from America, bring them over
Yeah.
here. We need more lawyers.
Thinking about it.
Imagine if the Australians were like completely defenseless against the Saul Goodman. They just cannot win any case against him. He got
The
off
good thing about
rapists,
Australia is
killers.
there's no cases they ever take to court, even like fucking murders half the time.
No, we do. It's just like pretty lenient usually.
Lenient is such a beautiful understatement.
Is
Slap
that
on
why
the
Friendly
wrist.
Georgies is having such a hard time? Does he know that you can get an attorney? Or we should get him one.
Yeah, he's got an attorney. He's got a good one.
Is he American?
No, he's Australian.
Yes.
Oh, he's
so
fucked. He's gonna lose.
There's your issue.
He's still
Yeah.
figuring out laws. He's trying to figure
Yeah,
out what
he's reading
whole thing's
Lawyers for
about.
Dummies.
He's not supposed to figure out laws. He's supposed to figure out loopholes. Idiot. Just see, the Australians just don't know the game.
Yeah,
yeah.
he's totally going to jail for 100 years.
We have one single courthouse that everyone has to go to.
It's a single file line outside.
One judge. And he passes it down to his kid.
He takes a lot of breaks too. He has to
The
pee a
kid
lot.
just rubber stamping. Life in jail. I don't know. Community service. Go away.
Do you think we should have to elect our judges?
Yes, well, you guys in particular. I want to share this story since it's so related. I think about this all the fucking time now. This isn't necessarily Australia, but you're kind of like close neighbors. It was New Zealand.
No, we are so different to New Zealand.
No, you're not. Shut up.
We
Now when,
are.
now when it comes to fucking justice.
This is just
So-
like this is literally just like saying America is just like Mexico. You are so different, and we're the same.
Well, no, I'm talking about when it comes to justice. So
All
basically,
right, Canada, whatever. Continue.
so there was a New Zealand guy who had an instance of road rage at a dog walker. So he was driving his Tesla. This dog walker like got up in his face about how he was driving recklessly, and he got really upset. So he got out of his car, grabbed the katana from his back seat, and carved him the fuck up.
Holy
So he slashed down. It had the scabbard on, but he hit him so hard that the scabbard flew off and it cut him from ear to chest. So it also sliced through his hand, which has now prevented him from working as an electrician ever again. And his punishment for this, he left him bleeding out in a ditch, and he would have died if his son wasn't nearby driving through. And his punishment that the judge ordered was 10 months house arrest and 100 hours community service.
That'll teach him.
That doesn't surprise me.
His wife and child were in the car too when he almost murdered this guy.
Wait, the perpetrator's wife and child?
Yes.
Well, that's probably why you got off so easy. The judge said, "Now I know this horrible thing happened in front of your wife and child, so we'll go easy on you."
We're giving you 10 months at home to make
Yeah,
sure that you
to
console them and
really
make sure
connect
they're
with your
alright.
family again, to show
Yeah.
that you love them.
Reading that had me fucking baffled, and it reminded me of in Australia. I've shared this on the podcast before, I'm pretty sure. There was this really rowdy neighbor who really hated his like this. Oh my god, this what the fuck is it? A Current Affair covered it. It was like this other neighbor. They got into a dispute. They used to shoot water at each other with the hoses. And one night, things escalated where the guy went over and burnt his car to the fucking ground.
That's an escalation.
Yeah, so they caught it on camera, and his punishment was don't do that again. So they are still currently neighbors.
Did he do it again?
I mean, he's probably dead by now. I don't know.
But did he do it again? Did he burn the car down again?
No, that was the last time the car burnt down.
Well,
I'll give
there
him
we
that.
go. Successful.
Okay, good rehabilitation.
The
I suppose.
system works.
You can't argue with results. Now they're back to playing water fights in the yard instead.
Now I'm just remembering all of these fucking stories that I watched on A Current Affair with this.
Have you been watching A Current Affair still, or are you done with that?
Not recently. It's been a little while.
It's been like, I think you went through your Current Affair stage like 2 years ago. For people who don't know, A Current Affair is basically like investigative journalism.
Yeah, it's
over
their
here.
TMZ.
Yeah, it's like the dumbest fucking shit. It's like
Oh, it's so good though.
It's neighbor disputes, and it's just like thinly veiled advertisement platform as well. Like they'll do entire segments on like Vegemite's got new packaging, and they'll like
Yeah, it was fucking
they'll
fire.
like they'll like fluff it up as like actual investigative journalism, but it's actually just an
They
advertisement.
do have some
for-
real
for
stories
Vegemite.
too, though. Like for every who put these worms in the warehouse story they cover, they have like 3 other real stories. So another one, there was a drunk driver who was on his way home and blasted a woman on the sidewalk of the neighborhood they live at. They're also neighbors. And I think she eventually was okay after numerous surgeries and everything, but the punishment for the drunk driver for doing that was don't do it again. So they are still neighbors and they still hate each other because of that.
I don't know why you're arguing with results. It clearly works. They wouldn't be doing it if it didn't work. What do you want them to do? Put them in jail with the Xboxes and the fucking flat screen TVs? It's more of a punishment to stay outside of the prison.
You're making a good point, yeah, I guess. It's just, I don't know, it just always had me fucking flabbergasted. And then there was one woman who did go to jail, well, was about to go to jail because her crime was she owned pepper spray.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, that's serious.
Oh, those I always love those in like Europe when a woman will defend herself from rape and she's the one who gets in trouble,
Yeah.
not the rapist.
It's so insane.
Because he's just not the right color.
It's so
that is actually
weird.
insane, though.
It is
But we
so
have that in America
weird.
too. It's like none of that is as bad as in America, where whenever some lunatic kills someone, what is the story? Every time is like, oh yeah, 47 prior arrests.
Yeah.
It's like,
and
Well,
he's
yeah.
let out again.
I mean, yeah, that definitely happens here too. But in Australia, I just find like so often, what will happen is an absolute nothing burger of a story.
I think
Well,
it's just
in
'cause
jail
those.
time.
I think it's just those stories naturally like rise to
Float to the top.
attention. Yeah. I think there's still definitely a lot of like a majority of the cases do go correctly punished, but we definitely do have a more lenient punishment system.
Oh,
like
it's so lenient.
There's
it's
a
crazy.
there's a lot of focus.
You could carve
on-
someone up on the side of the road with a katana, and you are
Yeah,
fine.
but that's New Zealand. But yeah, more or less
It's
the
the
same.
same thing, Jackson. God.
No, New Zealand is different.
Name one way.
That's
Go
so,
quick.
That's so
one way
offensive.
right now.
They have a whole different type of living.
Sure. Yeah.
Different people,
Type
different
of what?
geography. Lord of the Rings was filmed there.
Hope.
Yeah.
Hope.
Just making shit up.
People say New Zealand is such a nice place to live, and I think I believe them, but also
And they don't say that about Australia at all. That's the funny part.
No, but like I find a lot of situations where New Zealanders like emigrate, I don't know which one, over to Australia. I think it's mostly for work reasons. Like there's just a lot more work opportunity here. But I feel like if New Zealand was as good a place to live in as they say, they'd probably stay. So I don't know. I don't know.
Well, the consensus on the internet is flipped for you too. New Zealand is like the most beautiful fucking paradise of nature and Lord
it
of the
is. It's
Rings.
super beautiful.
And
It
then
is
Australia
super
is, oh, kill it with fire. Everything is gonna kill you. It's so dangerous. You're gonna die. It's the worst.
Yeah, I don't know how we can have that kind of stigma. Like every animal wants to kill you here, and then like a 2-hour flight away is like a literal paradise where snakes don't exist, spiders haven't been invented. I don't know how that happens. Like why don't spiders or
Spiders
snakes live
can't
over
swim, stupid.
there? Yeah,
That's
spiders.
a good point. Holy shit.
Spiders absolutely can swim.
Don't tell us
They're like
that.
all the little ones, I
Yeah,
guess. They can
there's-
just like stay on water tension, right?
You mean
Or
like
surface tension?
you mean like pond skippers?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know what they're called. I'm not a fucking arachnologist or anything.
I
but
don't,
yeah,
no,
they definitely are.
I don't
some.
think those are spiders, pond skippers, or is it pond skimmers?
But like a 2-hour flight, is that how far New Zealand is from you? Australians? That would
Yeah,
be
yeah,
a long
it's-
swim for a snake.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not.
That would have
it's
to
not
be a
possible.
snake with a grudge.
Yeah, I just don't understand how we have like 100 different types of snakes that can kill you just by looking at you, and then there's like literally not a single snake, not even a friendly snake, on this place that's just 2 hours away.
Well, what I also find funny is that you guys have 2 trillion invasive and toxic species, but if somebody brings like the wrong kind of peanut butter with them in their luggage, you guys are like, no, this will wreck our ecosystem. Of what? Like fucking murder?
Wait, no, that's
Oh, who
good.
cares?
No, we don't have invasive species because of those principles. I mean, we had the cane toads, but that changed our entire fucking like legal system. Basically, we stop everything from coming in now because of that.
Okay, invasive species was the wrong word, but what I'm saying is it's already like hell on earth with all the
It's
species there.
seriously
right? So
not.
might as well
It's
let in
not
some
at
new
all.
species.
The only thing you genuinely have to worry about over here is your neighbor setting your car on fire. And that hasn't happened to me yet, and probably won't. Like, I think people are the biggest threat. Animals are so not an issue over here. Like the spiders, I have a spider in my toilet, like my toilet room.
Oh, yes, the
that's like-
toilet spider.
yeah, the toilet spider. That's the size of my
They're not an
hand.
issue here. I just have a spider in my toilet.
It's so weird that you guys don't, like, because it's just such a natural thing over here.
Everyone grew up there with a spider in their toilet.
Yeah, so when you say you have a spider in your toilet, do you, like it's a resident there?
Yeah, like, well, it wouldn't be
How
if I
big is
moved
it though?
It's like, it's a huntsman, so he's pretty large. He's like the size of my hand.
Oh my god.
Fucking disgusting. Jesus
And it's
Christ,
in-
you make me sick.
He just hangs out in the top. No, spiders are great. He hangs out in the top left corner. They're not dangerous. They're not aggressive or anything.
So you have a pet.
Yeah, well, he keeps he eats flies and stuff. They're actually great. Spiders are the best. I never understood why spiders get so much hate. They genuinely just kill flies. They're
Because
natural
they're
fly
creepy
repellents.
crawlies.
They're not that creepy
Okay,
though.
kill flies too. Who gives a shit? You can have both stances, like, and be racist against both bugs. It's not like people who hate spiders are like, oh, I love flies.
Spiders are genuinely nice. Like they're not aggressive. They don't chase after you.
There's different levels of it. They're like the Black Widow is like one of the most poisonous things, or not poisonous, one of the most venomous things there is, right? That shit
Yes.
can kill you so quick. Like they're not all sunshine and rainbows and only eats flies.
I differentiate between dangerous and aggressive. If they're dangerous but not aggressive, they're not an issue.
Okay, but what if they're just gross looking, Jackson? I don't want to go to the toilet again.
That's just your
and I can
stigma
see a
talking.
literal
I don't.
nightmare.
I
It's
think
not
because
though.
I've-
Matt has arachnophobia. He can't even look at spiders, or else he'll like puke and have nightmares for 5
Yeah,
days.
well, you're not born with phobias, right?
No, I think you definitely are to a certain
I
extent.
don't.
Yeah, you
I
are.
think you. I don't think you.
Yes, you are.
No, I don't think. How could you innately be born with a phobia? You need
What,
to have
what
some
do you
kind
think
of
the height,
context. for them.
fear of heights is? That's literally an ingrained biological reaction given to you by evolution to avoid cliffs and not fall
you
and
think-
die like an
you think-
idiot.
I don't know. I thought it was like kind of learned.
I will play the middle. I think fetishes and phobias are very
Okay.
I think they're very learned in the same way, where it's a combination of both. It's a natural inherent trigger to you as well as something that you learn from experience. They play with each other. They go back and
I
forth.
think I think you probably have like the susceptibility, like you're born with a susceptibility to certain phobias, but you still have to have the learned.
Yeah.
kind of- yeah.
There's got to
of
be
course.
some level to start with that kicks it all off. Like, let's say you have a phobia of deep water, so you're already going to be timid of it, a little reactionary to it, and then you go out in the water, maybe you tried as a kid, or you're on a trip and you start drowning. You're like, oh, it made it worse. Now I hate the deep water even more. But if you're
Yeah.
not afraid of the water, then having that experience most likely won't develop into a full phobia. You'll just go, oh my god, I almost died. That was scary. Okay, moving on with my life.
So I thought I was under the assumption that phobias were learned, like you grow them basically through your own experiences or hearing about them during childhood.
But that's
or
because
whatever.
you've been subject for like 10 years of people screaming at you that like fill in the blank phobia is a social construct, fat phobia is a da-da-da. It's like, no, actually this is intuitively gross. And there is a reason why we find bugs intuitively gross, Jackson.
Yeah, no, I think that's possible to maybe have a biological aversion to certain things as humans, but wouldn't
Like
we all
bugs.
have this? Wouldn't we all have the same phobia then?
No, because that would be saying that people in general are the same. There's differences amongst everyone. Everyone has different tolerance levels, you know? Look at it like spicy
Jackson,
food.
would you be like... Jackson, would you be, if you went into your bathroom right now and there was a cockroach crawling on the wall, would you be like, oh yeah, hell yeah, oh, look at him.
No, I don't
Crying.
like I don't like cockroach. I wouldn't be like
Why?
I wouldn't be screaming or like, you know, I wouldn't be like freaking out. I'd just let him exist, but I wouldn't like it.
Yeah, but you'd be grossed out. Wait, you would just let him exist?
Yeah, probably. Or I'd try to catch him and like release him outside. Yeah, no, I don't have like the gross. I mean, I kind of do with cockroaches. I don't know why.
Are you the guy from Men in Black? Are you secretly a cockroach? What's happening here? Why are you like so pro-bug?
I just genuinely think most of them okay. Okay, I'll give you this one. I fucking hate centipedes with a passion.
What?
Why?
It's the amount of legs and also they're super aggressive.
So almost like you were kind of just born with that innate not
No,
liking of it, or did
No,
you have an
no.
experience with it?
No, I definitely had experiences with them. Like I had to know what. I don't think you can be born with a phobia of. Okay, so I have a phobia of being shot. I don't like the idea of guns or being shot by guns. I don't think I was born with that fear.
Not really a phobia. That's just a fear. A phobia is more of like an.
Yeah, true.
I don't want to get stabbed. That's not phobia.
It's
a
a
justified fear,
combination-
first of all.
It's a combination of both. Let's look at what I was saying earlier with spicy food. You know, a lot of people are born in cultures where they eat spicy food, so they over time they become immune to it, and they're like, oh, it's got to get hotter before I feel it. Oh, it's fine, it doesn't react. And then there's other people who they eat the lowest, most baby shit, and they're like dying. But there's also people who don't really eat spicy food, but then when they do eat it, it's nothing. They're just born that way. They just have a high tolerance. So it can be both. It can be either way. You either grow up with it and learn it over time, or you're just born with that inherent fear response, that inherent phobia. I think it's both levels. I don't think it's one or the other.
Yeah, I think it's in the middle, like we're saying, yeah. But yeah, still, I don't find spiders gross at all or scary, and really the only insect that I feel that way towards is probably centipedes, and I don't know why. I think it's the amount of legs.
They're pretty yucky.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
They are.
It's the amount of legs and the they have, like, a lot of people don't know this, but they're actually venomous. They have giant mandible things, like in sizes that they
I think people do
Can
know
they
that.
harm people though with the venom?
Yeah, it can harm you. I don't know if it can kill you, but it can definitely cause you harm.
No, I hate centipedes even more now.
I thought it might have been the legs, but millipedes to me are fine, completely fine, and they have more.
It's the chunky body. Just look at that thing that somebody just posted, like the last
On the
GIF.
hand, that's a millipede.
Yeah.
See, I'm fine. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that one.
Why are you fine with that? They're both.
That's
just
what I'm trying to
gross.
figure out. Centipedes, for some reason, just look more aggressive to me, or more angry, and they usually are. They are usually more
Angry.
aggressive. Yeah, they look like the things that maybe it was because when I was younger, I read a lot of like dinosaur or prehistoric research papers about how centipedes were absolutely enormous back in prehistoric times, or centipedes.
Yeah, I heard that
You know,
too.
progenitors,
That's
like
disgusting.
absolutely enormous, and I think I was just picturing myself as the size of something small in the face.
I thought you were gonna say you were picturing yourself as a centipede, doing a little role playing.
I was picturing myself as the victim of a centipede, and how terrifying that would be if something with that many legs started attacking you and it was enormous. Like that's the true fear.
Tell us more, Jackson. How does that make you feel?
Do you guys prefer centipedes or spiders then? Like, where are you at?
Spiders,
Oh,
100%.
spiders, for sure.
Yeah, spiders for
Yeah.
sure as well
Okay.
for me.
If a spider is really big, that's when I'm like, eh. But like if around my house they're just normal size, then I don't mind them at all. They can
Oh,
hang
okay.
out, do whatever they want.
Well, then we kind of agree, apart from the size.
Yeah,
thing.
if you had
Well-
regular old house spiders, I'd be like, okay, great. But you, like I looked up huntsman spiders. Those things are fucking massive. Like I don't want that in my house. That's not okay.
I'm the opposite way. I
They're
don't
really friendly.
like I'll grant you that some of the like bigger, fuzzier spiders look cute, I guess. Like if they are the right color and they look like plush toys almost. It's like, okay. You know, they crawl on your hands.
Yeah, like little jumping spiders.
I don't know what they're called, just like tarantulas, maybe, could be an example. Like some of them
Yeah.
look kind of sweet, I guess, and they don't hurt humans. But if I go in the bathroom and there's a spider, I'm kicking you out. I'm evicting you. Get lost.
Yeah, my girlfriend had a fear of spiders. Like, I don't think it was arachnophobia, but definitely doesn't like spiders, or didn't like spiders. But through exposure therapy and the spider in our toilet, I think she's finally coming around to them. And I-
She finally just had to poop in front of a spider to feel better.
yeah.
This is
It's the great equalizer.
this is a slight tangent
Yeah,
related
groomed
to
by
only
spiders.
2 of the 4 boys on this show. Charlie, how do you feel about the lizards everywhere? Do they get in your house often?
No, they don't. And
No?
I don't mind lizards. I just don't like creatures where they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I don't mind lizards, but
Whoa.
if they're in my house, it's like, come on, I didn't invite you in. It's like, get the fuck
I
out.
have a lot of reptiles where I live. Like there's geckos, there's lizards, there's all these things just everywhere where I am. And I think they're fantastic. I love seeing them. I'm like, oh, they're so fucking cute, and they're eating
They are
bugs,
so
and you're
cute.
the best.
Geckos are so
But
cute. See, that's
the-
what I mean. You
And
see, you
that's
like them
not
eating
done.
flies and stuff.
But hang on, the instant one gets in my house, I'm just dedicated the entire night to getting it out. I can't have it there. I hate it. I hate that it's in my
Right.
house.
I don't understand why that matters.
Because it's not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Who said?
Yeah, I don't want to accidentally step on it.
Is oh yeah, I've never felt more bad than when I accidentally killed a gecko in my house. Like I genuinely
What'd you
that ruined
do?
my entire night. I so it was like a baby one, and it was in the tracks of my wardrobe door, basically like a sliding door, and I didn't see it, and I ran it over with the fucking door,
Oh,
and I was
no.
like,
Fulton recovery
it brought me to my knees.
So-
hey,
That's
I,
fucked.
I
what do
may
you
have
mean?
told
I
the-
know. I didn't like it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
you're done
terrible.
with that area.
I may have told this on the podcast before a long time ago, but I found out geckos can scream.
Can't wait to see what else you can do.
Cause. You're fired. Finds it
Oh,
north and
I
bring
was
him back
muted.
here with Fulton
Oh,
recovery.
lovely.
Wait. Somebody there?
Does your PC still being a douche? Nice.
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
YouTube slow for me? No. What do you mean slow?
Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter. Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
Oh no, that happens all the time. You shoot him in the asshole and it knocks him out instantly. I don't know where the asshole is.
Try using Fulton recovery on him. Okay, you're done with that area. Head for the goal. Fulton recovery. Good job.
I
Return to
deleted a
base.
few games, my memory was red. IDK, what the fuck was taking up so much of my hard drive space? Bro, just go to my computer Or my PC it is. As it is called. I can show you what's what.
Kaz, I've located Zadornov.
You should totally delete System 32. That will fix everything. Trust me. Yeah.
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
From a very
Oh,
similar story.
Don't tell me that.
So it lived. It lived. It was okay.
There's no way you heard the screams over your screams, Jackson, so don't worry.
Yeah, Andrew, the only thing worse you could have said then is I recently found out that geckos can feel extreme pain that we've never experienced before in our lives. Like their pain receptors go up to like 20
I
million.
found out that geckos.
I
feel
didn't even
50%
know there
more
was gonna
pain
be
than
Twitch
other-
drops for party animals.
Somebody there?
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
Yeah, I'll play it if there's like a promotion or whatever. Should we practice?
Fulton recovery
So we can be the
subject
Chads
confirmed
of
onboard
party
helicopter.
animals.
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
God damn it. Stop moving your head, asshole. Yeah, we'll become so super famous.
Don't move down.
Head for the recovery. Mission complete. The folks back at Mother Base will be thrilled.
I'd actually be down to play some party animals in a little bit if you want to. Fucking so? Dude, check out what I'm playing right now. There's like 600 people, and that's only because some other popular streamer is playing it. My controller is dying, though. I can really feel it while playing this. I can't go straight. I'm the only one streaming it right now? Well, it doesn't surprise me. This is like, one of the least popular fucking Metal Gear games. I would honestly be doing better if I was playing fucking Metal Gear 3. But... oh, well, when I started, there was, like, someone else streaming as well. Ay, ay, ay. Max Payne? Why do you want me to play Max Payne? I know it's an older game. I've never played it. I don't have it. It's funny. Bro, I wanna fucking stream Postal 2 and get canceled on Twitter. Be awesome. For all the Max Paynes. Did they make Max Payne 4? Whatever one was on PS3 for fucking PC as well. So I remember stacks and stacks of that game at fucking Walmart.
Snake, Zadornos escaped.
I don't know, fucking maybe. I was actually thinking of doing Half-Life 2
Find
next.
Zadornov and bring him back here with Fulton Recovery.
Do people still watch it? Dang. I know there's like a lot of mods and shit that still get a lot of traction. Like Entropy Zero, which is a great fucking mod for Half-Life. Entropy.
Wait. Somebody there.
God damn it.
The enemy's here.
Ah, the enemy's here. Ow. You're going for a balloon ride. Eleven's still bigger than my average. My average of
Fulton Recovery subject confirmed.
desperate
on
artists
helicopter.
coming into my stream to beg me to buy shit.
Try using Fulton Recovery on him. Good job. Return to base. Find Zadornov and bring him back here with Fulton Recovery.
I don't know. When we first started playing Party Animals, we got pretty good at it. Until they changed the fucking physics.
Fulton Recovery helicopter is complete. Fulton Recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter. Fulton Recovery helicopter is complete. Try using Fulton Recovery on it. Okay, you're done with that area. Head for the goal. Mission complete. The folks back at Mother Base will be thrilled.
Animal. No,
I found out that the gecko Jackson killed had a whole family. Yeah.
No.
So the gecko was fine. It was totally fine. It got
Not
away
in my
and
case.
ran off.
Oh,
It
yeah,
wasn't
that's
dead.
right.
It wasn't,
I
you know,
forgot
injured or
about
anything.
that.
It looked fine. But I was pulling.
Cause.
Yeah, I liked Frostpunk 1. I didn't play it myself, but I watched people play it. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's a fucking child labor. Prosthetics make the crippled work again. Those lazy bastards.
Find Zadornov and bring him back here with Fulton Recovery.
You went the religion route, you're a bitch. Communism all the way.
Fulton Recovery helicopter
Fucking
is complete.
sawdust soup.
Fulton Recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter. Fulton Recovery helicopter is complete.
I hope they didn't fucking bring down, like, the, edginess. I hate it when games do that. Like Fallout. Fallout should have never been shot. It's cartoony violence. It's okay for the kid.
Try using Fulton Recovery on it. Okay, you're done with that area. Head for the goal. Mission complete. The folks back at Mother Base will be thrilled.
The groceries in when I lived with my parents one day, and there was a gecko on the wall. I was just like, okay, cool. And I was walking in, and as I was closing the door behind me, and I was doing it very gently because I had stuff in my hands, but the gecko tried to come in the house, and it got pinched between the door frame. Like I closed it gently so I didn't like smush it or hit it, but it pinched and it let out this tiny actual scream. It just like a little scream. And I went, oh God. And I opened it and it fell down and ran away. And I looked it up later that night and I learned geckos, when in danger, can just scream. Just fucking scream. And I didn't know that.
It's not even a pain response. It is actually a defensive capability as
It
well.
is,
Like
yeah.
if they're being,
Well, it worked. I opened the door and let it go. I didn't kill it. Yeah.
if they're targeted by a predator in the wild, if running away isn't an option, they will just scream. They will just. It's like screaming for help.
Yeah, it really is. But
It's so cute.
I love
Geckos
them.
are so fucking cute.
I don't want them in my house, but I fucking love geckos. I think they're the coolest
I'm
goddamn things.
So jealous because you guys get all the cool exports like animal. You just have a larger option of geckos. We have really beautiful native geckos over here, but again, because of the cane toes, we can't import things like leopard geckos, which are just so fucking cute. They are like the most ridiculously cute geckos. Like if you scroll up in our chat, the one from Joker, that's a leopard gecko. It's just so cute. I love them.
You're fired.
They're just
Pretty cute.
Yeah. I do love lizards in general. I think lizards are great.
They're pretty sweet.
You're fired.
I just don't see why you would have an issue with them being in your home. If they stay out of the way and out of your door frames or whatever, I think it's fine.
Yeah, but how do you know that they're gonna? You know, especially when you have a baby. You had no issue with them being in your home, and then you fucking killed one on your train tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad used to, in our old house, he would find lizard corpses like behind our sofas. And he would be like, oh, look at that. It's a trophy. He would literally joke that. Yeah, he'd say, a trophy. I won.
Maybe your dad was like a fucking psychopath gecko killer.
You know, I might believe that. Because it happened pretty often.
Yeah.
But no,
Too often.
They were,
and he was the only one
were,
finding the bodies.
Yeah, but no, they were petrified. So they had obviously been there for a while. And the whole point is I always thought, how fucking long has that dead thing just been in the couch or in the garage or wherever he found it, you know?
Right, I thought you meant like petrified as in they had like a scared expression on their dead faces. Like they had seen true horror.
They saw the basilisk from the Chamber of Secrets.
Get rid of the cocoon. If anybody can handle something this big, it's you.
All the gecko blood on my hand.
Yeah. But no, they were all like stiff bodies, you know, skeletons. And it's just how long they've been there. Plus, animals are not clean. They poop. They do stuff that just you don't want in your house.
Although they do say like it's like they do say that flies are like exceptionally clean because they're all themselves. I don't know if I believe this.
Propaganda.
Yeah.
It's also cockroaches. Cockroaches are alleged to clean themselves like 6 times.
I don't give a shit. I'm killing them on sight. I don't give a fuck how many people find them fascinating or what different varieties there are. I kill every fucking cockroach on sight. They can go to hell.
Is that like a learned? Why do we have such a bias?
On this thing that like none of us are taught in school to hate them. Jackson, it's literally evolutionary.
Well, I get no.
Your
I
ancestors had to avoid nasty bugs to live.
It's
Yes,
because
it is.
they carried like disease and other yucky stuff you don't want.
Yeah, I kind of get it from like a spider thing because they're venomous. Like I can kind of see the evolutionary need to be scared of them, but cockroaches, I guess, other than the disease.
But they look like they could be dangerous to you, so
Yeah.
we've probably evolved to
They're just
be
bugs.
wary of them.
They also
Okay.
show up in. They're also an indicator of a larger problem. Think about flies and cockroaches and all those little things. They live in dirty, clustered, terrible environments.
Like Jackson, maggots that grow in shit and corpses. We've just evolved to find that disgusting because it just represents death.
Yeah, I get
Yes.
I get maggots. I don't see cockroaches in the same places as maggots.
It's all the same. Just burn it all.
Take a shit on your floor and leave it there for a month, and you'll see. You'll be surprised.
Take a shit in a toilet, no one bats an eye. Take a shit on your floor, now you got maggots.
Well, Jackson wouldn't bat an eye because his toilet spider would eat it throughout the week.
Yeah, it's a snack for him.
Yeah, he loves it. He's like, thank you, Jackson, for
The
this
official
bounty.
podcast is great.
Thank you, Jackson-san.
I should.
I have to listen to something. I can't just fucking play this game. It's too fucking mind-numbing.
A lot in that toilet. Never seen a single fly in there.
Why would you have a fly in your toilet?
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
In
it's just a-
general.
I assume.
The official podcast.
You're gonna want to take out that weapon before jumping on. Attack the AI pod to destroy its hatch. It's the cylindrical
Shit.
structure.
Fuck it. Might as well take this time. Get all the shit.
They've okayed your request for a cardboard box. It'll be sent out shortly.
The spider's killing them all.
Oh god. What is the worst animal got in your house story that you guys have? Any interesting ones?
No, there weren't really any bad ones. Just
Nothing I
mosquitoes.
can think of.
I had a fucking giant wasp get in our house once.
Oh yeah.
And it was a real fucking like cat and mouse game of trying to get close enough to smack the shit out of it without letting it sting me. And it was fucking nightmarish. It was 20 minutes and just back and forth till I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've had that, but that's not like a crazy animal.
Yeah.
I
You
suppose.
can just open a window and eventually they found the way out.
Wasps are terrifying though. I hate
Oh god,
wasps.
ugh, my skin crawls when I see them. Like I'm not disgusted, I'm just like afraid.
Yeah.
I'm like fuck this.
Afraid, and I instinctively hate them on sight.
Yes, I can't stand them either.
Because they're just
Dicks.
like a
They're just
terrorist.
dicks.
Yeah, they're just all they care about is instilling
Jihadists.
fear.
Have you guys seen the videos of dudes who do wasp pest control and they just don't give a shit? They have no fear response anymore.
Oh, you
like,
think?
I watched this one video where this dude gets a glass of water and
Bro, you should have saw me do this fight before I had the upgrades. It literally took me like 20 minutes. It's not so bad now that I have like a fuck ton of upgrades.
Hurry up and get in the AI pod. Otherwise it'll...
an 8-ounce glass of water. And he goes, we got a small little nest here. It's probably got about like 12 wasps in it right now. And I don't really feel like dealing with it and letting it get bigger and really disposing of it. So I got it. And he just puts the glass of water up to it and holds it there until they all drown. And I just can't imagine ever doing that. That's so fucked.
I don't know if this is real or not because it was TikTok, but I saw a really interesting way of getting rid of wasp nests where you fill up like a glass with gasoline and then hold it up to the wasp nest and the fumes kill them, so they just start all dropping dead in the gas.
Huh.
Yeah, I can definitely see that working.
It was great, like it worked instantly too.
Holy shit.
One of the most effective ways of dealing with wasps is just smoking them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's like real or not, but it was very interesting.
It's so funny that we are so tangentially related to one of the cutest and most helpful animals as well with bees. They're so
Yeah.
similar. But one of them is like the most great, environmentally friendly, you love them, you want them around type thing. And then the other is if you see them, they must die. You don't want them anywhere near you.
You said it as a joke before,
Bees
but
are so cute and
I
chill.
fucking love bees. They're the best.
wasps are genuinely just bee terrorists. Like they go out of their way to fuck up bees just
They
constantly.
really
like-
are.
So they destroy things without reason.
Yeah.
I know that there are some wasps that pollinate though, so they're not like all bad, I guess.
Oh, okay. Now you're saying not all terrorists are
See,
bad.
I think
don't
we should
agree
just
with
issue
that.
the master race
They're all
on
wasps.
bees and wasps. For every wasp we find, we should replace it with one bee and just kill the wasp, and the world would absolutely be better.
I was gonna ask something like when I was little, all of my friends would constantly get stung by bees, and now I'm thinking like, were they actually get stung by bees or were they getting stung
wasps.
by wasps?
No, I've
And then
I've
yeah, they cooked
absolutely
the books.
I've absolutely been stung by bees before, but it
It's
has
a-
like universally always been my
self-defense.
fault. Yeah, it's always
Yeah.
been my fault for being that.
Because they
position.
die.
Yeah.
When they
Yeah,
sting you, they
they
die.
don't
They're not
wanna
trying to
sting.
sacrifice
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah,
Aw.
they're so cute as well. Oh man. Oh,
Whereas a
bees.
wasp can just sting and sting and sting and bite, and they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they do it for fun.
They do.
Especially when bees are in their happy zone. I was at a pumpkin patch last weekend and there was a flower field with bumblebees flying around and they literally just let me pet them. Basically, I would just
Holy
touch their
shit.
fuzzy butts and they didn't
Let-
give a fuck.
That's
Let me
so
just point
cool.
that out to all the detractors that always say Kai is such a grumpy old fucking fart boomer, just miserable piece of shit. He just said last week he was at a fucking pumpkin patch.
Pumpkin patch petting bees.
Well, he didn't mention that first he was on the ground picking up the centipedes and peeling their legs off one by one, and then he needed to de-stress.
Like, come on, it's just.
I would never touch a centipede.
That is a lovely story, though. You should like
Yeah.
Photoshop that or make it with AI and use it as your profile picture.
Aw.
Yeah, that is so cute.
You're fired.
Have you guys heard of or seen Japanese bug fighting?
Yeah, of course.
Pretty common thing
Yeah,
around the
yeah.
internet.
It's
There was
called
one of them I
Pokemon.
But
watched.
that sounds mean.
Oh, it's super mean, but again, fuck bugs. I don't care. And neither does all of Japan, apparently, because they just love it. There was one that I watched. It was a... What's the bug with the, like, two pincers at the front horizontal that it clamps together, like Pincer from Pokemon?
dung beetle?
What is that?
Hercules?
It
or
might have been a
something?
Hercules
Or-
beetle. I think it's Hercules
rhinoceros
beetle. Rhinoceros, one of those. It's one of those. I think it might have been Hercules. But it
Scarab
was that versus
from
a
Elden Ring.
giant Japanese wasp. And those things are like the size of a human hand. They're massive. They are huge wasps.
I gotta
One of the
do
most
it again.
satisfying things
Why
I'd
not?
ever fucking seen was the beetle got it between its pincers and snipped it in half. Straight at its waist. Just completely bisected it.
That's a Pacific Rim stuff. on
Yeah,
the
and
other
I
scale.
felt so good. I was like, take that, wasp, you fucking idiot. You deserve that. Fuck you. It felt so, it was like a perfect anime cut right down the middle. It was the best.
Did he get to retire after that battle, or is it?
No, he
kind of-
probably died in the next
No,
one.
Yeah, I
I'm
was-
pretty sure he died of his injuries.
I was gonna say, is it like a thing where these insects always have to eventually die?
I'm pretty sure that most of the time both of the competitors die because like they put like venomous stuff in the same tank. You know, they're ripping
That's
each other
so
apart,
fucked
so
up.
they just let them go.
Fucked up.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Isn't there a whole series on YouTube where some Russian guy is narrating like bug fights? Like it'll be a praying mantis versus a scorpion or something.
But it's like documentary footage.
No, they literally just put him in a fucking octagon and the Russian guy narrates them fighting.
That sounds awesome.
I don't know what it would be called.
It's always been. I mean, I get it. We're harping on this. Well, I'm harping on this point, but it has always been funny to me that we give some animals like rights and our
Right.
attention, and then other animals we're totally fine with just letting
Yeah.
them fight to the fucking death in a death pit, and
We had
clap
like a
and cheer
whole
for it.
episode on it, yeah. I think though that the consensus is fuck insects. Like most cultures really don't care about insects.
And fish for some reason.
Fish too, yeah.
Because they're ugly. Okay,
Fish
lookism
aren't
is a
ugly.
thing. Once for the millionth time, pretty animals that look cute, just we leave them alone generally. This is also why I
True.
think that people who run dogfighting rings should be executed on the spot. Immediately,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
killed. Because how soulless do you have to be to like torture puppies like that?
And that's
Yeah.
that's a good
Professional.
counter argument because let's flip the script. Imagine if you had dogs that were all the same traits. They were loyal, they were smart, they could do tricks, they could work as service, they could do everything a dog still did. But they were ugly. They were unappealing and weird to look at. Do you think people would still give as much of a shit about them?
But there's definitely ugly dogs.
No, there's not. Don't you ever say that again.
Wait, have you seen those like the small ones that look like old Chinese dudes?
Charlie just proved that point. Even the ugliest dogs are still cute to people.
No, I don't.
Yeah, there's
There is no such thing as an ugly dog.
Exactly, because there are
no,
ugly
they have those
dogs, but
super
they're
fucked
still
up looking
cute.
pit bull dogs that just are completely malformed because people want to breed them into just the
breed.
most mutated
Yeah.
tumor looking beasts. But yeah, you still don't wish them harm or want to see them.
No, I don't want to see them die.
But when it's bugs, you go, yeah, fuck you.
Imagine if instead of dogs, we had centipedes. We had giant centipedes that were all the same. They were loyal, they were smart, they did all the things a dog could do, and they were probably like the size of like smaller dogs. Do you think people would still really like them? Or would they go, ugh, oh, you
No.
have one of those? Oh, God.
Yeah, I would judge you. Go away.
Yeah.
But what if we, over generations, because we associated the centipedes now with loyalty, friendliness, and helpfulness, we started to appreciate and like find them cute. Eventually, it'd be a
onto
slow,
something.
gradual burn. I think it would be a slow, gradual burn.
Wouldn't our babies have to start looking like them though? Because isn't the theory that like babies have big round eyes proportionally to their head, which is why we find puppies and kittens
Yes.
also cute?
And it's also the inverse with dogs. Part of the reason that we empathize with dogs and find them cute is it's like they can mimic our facial expressions or recognize them and react accordingly, something similar to that. But the idea is they literally inherit our emotions, so we project our emotions onto them.
It's an easy fix.
Oh,
though. We
that's
just
so cute.
we can tape giant googly eyes onto the centipedes. It's the same effect.
Or we could tape giant centipedes to dogs and see if we still find them cute.
Oh,
Yeah.
like Joseph Mengele experiments, like take the dog's
Yeah.
arms off and replace them with centipede legs.
Yeah! That sounds
Eight of them.
awesome, actually.
Kai and I were talking about this the other day. The pit bull epidemic. I think I've come up with a solution that'll make everyone happy. I think pit bulls can't exist anymore. I think they're just too dangerous. They're
Totally agree.
Inherently dangerous breed.
100%.
Terrible breed. Made for death, basically. But also, I don't feel good about just putting down pit bulls, just like killing them off. Basically.
Can I offer you a solution, Jackson? That's a recent
Well, that's what
developing...
Jackson's doing.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. But give me your solution. We might be on the same page.
I'm a big fan of toad breeds. I love them because they just turn them into these dopey little stupid idiots.
How do you do that? Just like breed them with another
So
dog?
a toad breed is it's a new kind of pit bull that's becoming popular, and they basically turn them into toads. They make them short and stubby and dumb and fat. And I don't know. I just feel like it would make them far less effective at killing people.
Yeah.
They're the
okay, but
dumbest looking beasts. Anyway, Jackson, go.
my solution was to... Alright, so we put a full ban on breeding them. They're not allowed to procreate anymore. They're not allowed to breed. The government takes every one of them, neuters them, and gives them back to responsible owners as long as they're neutered. They're not allowed to be with anyone if they're not neutered. And then all of the unneutered ones go into a giant pit bull preservation area. Just like we fence off a giant area, put them all in there, and just wait for them to die off.
all the unlocked memory boards.
Wow, what an incredible solution.
Would that?
I'm so
well,
glad I interrupted you. Holy
that
shit,
would work
Jackson.
though. That would work.
It's no different than just killing them all,
That's
Jackson.
just
You're
eugenics.
just doing it slowly.
Imagine
Yeah.
if we rounded up all of
the
something
idea,
until
though.
they died up. Like, no shit. That's what's gonna happen.
That's the point though. That's the point. We want them to die
Yeah,
out.
he doesn't want the
Eventually, we don't
breed to
want pit bulls.
exist. He just doesn't want to kill them.
Yeah, I don't want to
immediately.
directly kill them. To
They
let
can
them
go
live a
around
happy life.
frolicking in the preserve, attacking each other and tearing each other to shreds
Well, I don't
because
want
that's
that.
their natural instinct.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
what's
do
gonna
that.
happen.
I don't want that. Maybe section them off.
It'd be more effective to just breed out
Yeah.
that trait.
Yeah. Just
I
breed
suppose,
them
but
with better
to
breeds.
me that still gives the risk of like creating more of them. I guess like if they're
So, I mean,
bred
you can make
incorrectly.
that same argument for German Shepherds and every other aggressive dog as well, but you can breed out those certain traits.
Well, German Shepherds are super trainable, though. There is a
They
reason
are.
they're used as police dogs. Which
Well,
Pit bulls
yeah, no.
specifically, the problem is that they're just... Did you guys know? I didn't know this, but... well, there's a subreddit called Banned Pit Bulls or something.
Yeah.
I think that's literally what it's called. And I didn't know this, but pit bull owners will literally put their dogs on tranquilizers just throughout their lives, just so they can go through the day without like chopping a baby's head off.
Yeah.
Because and the stories are always the same too. It'll be some fucking woman on Facebook going, "Oh, we just found Slasher at the animal compound and we just adopted him. He's my little pity baby. He would never hurt anyone. He's such a little sweet angel." And then 2 weeks later, the follow-up post, "So just y'all know, I'm at the hospital getting my wound stitched and
Yeah.
we had to put Slasher down." It's like, okay, of course.
Yeah.
Every time. And just endless amounts of videos of these fucking things chasing cats and strollers.
Did you see the recent video of the guy parasailing or whatever across
That's
the?
not a recent video.
Yeah.
It's years old.
Okay, well, still, it recently
And
popped
nonetheless,
And the thing that makes pit bulls so dangerous, when we talked about this on, I think, our bonus, is they do not let go when they bite. So there's a myth that they lock their jaw. That's not true. But they do have a huge bite force, and they just do not let go. They instinctively, when they bite and they don't stop. Whereas a lot of other breeds, if you fight them or fight them off or whatever, they eventually like stop. They're defensive. So there's a video, I think it's in like Thailand, of two dogs in a fight, and one of them's a pit bull, and the pit bull's got the other dog bit, and its owner picks up a giant stick, like twice his height. It's like an anime sword, and he is just full force lifting it up and slamming it on the back of this pit bull's head, and it does not let go even as it's knocked unconscious. Like that, that's the problem with
no,
pit bulls.
dude, they are insane.
They are ridiculously tanky.
I think they are actually illegal here.
The UK tried that recently. Rishi Sunak came out and said we're banning the, what is this breed called? The American Bully XL. They always give them the gayest names too. Again, just like, sounds like a fucking gay porn star. The American Bully XL. And he said, okay, these things are going around biting babies. Like, we can't have this shit on our islands. And all the fucking owners came out in protest again. Just completely butthurt that their little fucking killing machines aren't, that the rest of us don't see the cuteness in their pity puppies that go around murdering cats. The owners are just so fucking trashy and stupid.
Because it's just not every single animal that does that.
But pit bulls
I
instinctively
know, but
do
it's
that.
just such a higher, it's such a high percentage. Like whenever you tell one of these owners that like almost all dog murder and like killings committed by dogs are pit bulls, they just look at you dumbfounded and give you the old, "Oh, it's not the dog, it's the owner." Well, you loved it. How come it bit you?
Yeah, and it's also instinctive in pit bulls. If you look at puppy raising farms or whatever they're called, if you look at golden retrievers or dachshunds or any other breed of puppy, they run around, they play, they do all this stuff. But if you look at pit bull breeding grounds, they are literally biting and nipping at each other when they play, and it's not playful. They will literally like pinch each other's skin with their mouths and just not let go. It's instinctual in them.
And I also don't believe the owner excuse either. Like, okay, first of all, you're all trashy pieces of shit. But also, if you gave a trashy owner a golden retriever, that thing is still 10 times out of 10, it is not going to suddenly, out of nowhere, attack a stroller. It's never gonna happen.
How many times has a child been killed by a golden retriever? I bet it's shockingly low compared to a lot of other breeds.
Well, someone just posted the amount of deaths for animals. Number one is pit bull, obviously 295, and then 295 deaths, and then number two is Rottweilers with 8 deaths.
Rottweilers are another huge aggressive breed. Yeah. Oh, with 8.
I like how
with
the
8.
second place is like so far behind. It's not even close.
Where's golden retrievers? Because according to this, it's 12.
It's still
I don't
less
know
than
what
200
like
something.
Oh, it definitely is.
The invention of golden retrievers.
I don't know the timetable.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
They measured it since 40,000 BC.
I know it's like you want to be ethical, or you want to be like optimistic and say not all pit bulls or whatever. Like, you don't want to believe that this entire breed of animals is capable of this, and they should all be afforded the chance to live. But at some point, you have to look at statistics, and you have to look at the science, and you have to look at what actually happens and how much risk there is with pit bulls. And you just have to draw a line in the sand and say that there is an issue.
If you
that
want a
needs to
more
be fixed.
extreme example, you can look at a house cat and you can look at a tiger. You know, the tiger might be friendly, and not all tigers, but it has the capability far more than the house
Not
cat
all
to do damage. Not all tigers, yeah.
Yeah, it's just the risk assessments. Like, if I took in a golden retriever in my household with, I have like 2 toddlers. Yeah, I guess there might be a non-zero chance that it'll bite them at some point and kill them, but it's pretty damn close to 0. Whereas if I take in a pit bull, it's much higher. It's a much
Yeah,
higher chance. And
helicopter.
at that point, like, what is your math here? Like, how much of a risk is it worth? In comparison to your actual human babies.
I don't like designer dog breeds at all. I'm also really, really against pugs and other breeds like that. I fucking hate them. They should not exist. But I'm a fan of Toadline breed pit bulls because people are going to do it anyway. They're going to make designer dogs. They're going to run puppy mills. They're going to do it anyway. At least do one that just neutralizes pit bulls. Just makes them worthless. Like, that's fine.
I still think
Do
my
it.
idea is the way to go, but okay, we can do Toadline first.
Well, optimally, pit bulls are phased out. Yes, but that's
I
not going
think
to happen.
we both have the same intention.
As
at
long as
least.
the culture around pit bulls is owning a pit bull makes me tough, it makes me look cool, it's never
Yeah.
going to go away. Because there's tons of people who buy it because they're like, I want a big, strong dog that people won't fuck with me now that I have it.
just come out and say you want a dog that kills babies.
Just buy a gun. That's what you really want. You want to look tough and
No, just say I
intimidating
have
and
a
have
small
people not
dick.
fuck with you. Buy a gun. That's the same thing. There you go.
Like a German Shepherd or any other kind of like protective dog is still going to protect your property. It's just not going to go out of its way to kill.
They're probably going to do it way better. If you get a Doberman or a German Shepherd, you can probably train the shit out of it way
Yeah.
better than you could a pit bull.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I told you again, they have to literally put these things on like heavy duty tranquilizers.
Yeah.
A couple, like 700 milligrams of, what is that? Okay, I should have not
Doggy
tried to
and all.
pronounce anything. The point is, like, if you have to literally drug your dog so it doesn't wig out, you have an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not
100%
like you're
agree.
on the normal, oh my, yeah, again, normal dog. You know when you drug them is when they get so excited that you come home, they literally wag their tail too
I've
hard that it
done
breaks and they pee
literally almost
themselves and just fucking
everything, and I
excitement.
haven't.
That's like when you go, okay, maybe we should.
I've almost done literally everything. And I still haven't unlocked the 3rd part of this fucking game.
This is a high
Give it
risk
some like
mission.
anti-anxiety
You'll be
meds or
facing some
something.
powerful opposition,
Your vets might
but it's
recommend
something you
something,
can't
but no,
handle.
with pit bulls, it's
Believe in
literally, yeah, we
yourself.
need to like numb this thing so it doesn't have the urge to murder constantly.
What do you think should happen, Charlie?
You know how I was doing the boss fights and shit? Just the grind? Well, those are the level 2 versions. It goes up to level 3. This game expects you to grind a fucking lot.
Just breed it out. You absolutely could. Or if you're not going to do that, make sure every pit bull owner has like a license to own it. I really do think
And I don't even think I'm prepared for the fucking level 2 version of this fight. Okay, back to British Bulldogs.
But you
there's
think
a
at the
huge
minimum-
argument. Yeah, I don't think it should be.
Oh, my fucking, my brother's ex-wife's dad used to breed British Bulldogs. The English Bulldogs, or whatever the hell. Really small ones. They were actually pretty
Yeah,
cool.
breed everyone has act.
I didn't really have a problem with them. Yeah, I ain't doing damage to this motherfucking thing.
access to. Only like the most
Convict them of
experienced
murder.
dog owners.
Convict them
is-
of murder, bro.
That is smart as well. Yeah, there should
True,
be
yeah.
more regulation on dogs.
If your pit bull kills someone, you should argue that it should be a murder charge for the owner. Honestly.
Yeah, or manslaughter at the very least.
Yeah, manslaughter. Like, yeah, it is essentially a weapon.
Yeah.
I don't think pit bulls need to go extinct like Jackson's proposing in isolation or whatever. I just really do think
Why
there's so
would-
much you can do with healthier breeding as well as just regulation.
But if you're gonna breed them out of existence into something different, it's the same
I'm
thing.
not breeding them out of existence. You just breed different traits. Like for example, Kata is a lot of her genetic makeup is pit bull, and she is the friendliest dog I've ever.
Yeah, but
met
she's
in
not a
my
pit.
life.
She's not a pit bull anymore.
She's not a full
I'm
pit bull,
not
but she is
prepared for
mostly
this.
pit bull with other things in there.
So yeah,
Wait, what?
yeah, I'm okay with that. It's just like
There
if
are
we
two
keep
wolves inside her.
the issue that I take with your proposed method is it feels better, but at the same time it still opens us up to
That's
people
gonna
still
take
existing
forever.
in some capacity, which brings with it the risk that
I don't think I actually have enough ammo and resupplies to do this. Oh fuck. Now I need to grind more. Hooray.
Well, with your
bulls still
solution
breed.
as well, there's still going to be underground pit bull breeding. That's always going to be a
yeah,
thing.
yeah. No, I think at the
Yeah,
bare
you
minimum,
can't-
I think at the bare minimum, like the idea of making it illegal for people other than people with like licenses to own them, they can demonstrate that they can own them
But
properly.
we're back. See, that just goes back to the you can't stop people from getting what they want. You know, you
Yeah, I
spend
mean,
you
that's always
censor
gonna
the
be the
internet,
case.
people use a VPN. You ban guns, people sell them on the black market. You outlaw drugs, people still do all that stuff. That's why I think the ultimate, only realistic solution is we got to support them toad lines, baby. We got to get
No,
toad
but-
line pit bulls
but
in every
also-
pit bull.
There's going to be no solution then. There's going to be no solution
There
then because people are
realistically
going to
isn't,
want
to be
purebred.
honest. There really isn't, unless the government
There
cracks
really isn't,
down on them.
Yeah, I want them to go door to door to put them in my reserve.
There you
How can you license? How can you tell apart? Again, you're going back to the good owner arguments. How are
Yeah,
you going
you
to
can't.
give out these licenses
Yeah.
or certifications? Even
You
with
can't, yeah.
perfect quote unquote training and even under ideal conditions, these things just wig out
Yeah, yeah.
and go on a murder spree. Like, it's not like a gun. A gun doesn't shoot itself.
Exactly. I think I brought it up on the bonus when we talked about this, but our friend of the podcast, Zach, Psychic Pebbles, brought up a quote about pit bulls. I quote all the time. And it's, a gun doesn't fire itself, but a pit bull can get stressed. It can get agitated. It could have a bad day. And you can't control that. You could be the perfect owner, but something could happen. You could be in the park and another dog could run up off leash and annoy the shit out of it. And then, well, that dog is dead. There's nothing you can do about that.
I think if guns could kill people on their own, if like a gun had a bad day and a gun got stressed out and started shooting people just by itself, I think we would all collectively agree to put them in my reserve and incinerate.
Come down to
the-
Jackson's world of guns and pit bulls.
I like
Oh
that idea.
I would go there. That sounds awesome, but only if you have really, really tall fences.
Yeah, let's mount guns on pit bulls.
Yeah.
Can we just save them for war? Just keep them in like a military base and next time we're
No,
at war with
no,
the
that's
country, airdrop them into that country.
See, but
No,
then we just use
evil.
police dogs, and we use them because they can be trained rigorously.
Yeah.
You can have a
You
German
have to
Shepherd
train.
fucking do calculus if you work with it enough. But you
Yeah.
can't have that with a pit bull. They're not the same.
Yeah, but a German Shepherd's soul is worth something.
Dude, I love German Shepherds, man. I think they're so cool.
Same. Again, like, I don't like the idea of pit bulls dying. I don't like the idea of pit bulls going extinct or anything. It's just purely a risk thing where they're obviously a more dangerous breed. They're a more dangerous species. Then something needs to change.
Put them in a zoo then. You could demonstrate them in the zoo.
You see the stats. Yeah, conserve them, I guess. Put them in
We
the
should,
zoo.
yeah, we should
That's
treat
fine.
them like pandas. We should keep maybe like 12 left on Earth to look at and study, and keep them there just to go, oh yeah, that's a pit bull, we have one. But beyond that, that's all you get. Fuck them.
You're gonna, just like how with the pandas, the Chinese scientists just keep trying to make them fuck. You're gonna have
Yeah.
them like trying to make them not kill.
And they keep selling them to other countries.
Unsuccessfully.
They like imagine if fucking like South Korea was like, we're very proud to announce we finally have a pit bull. We've negotiated with China, with America. We own our own pit bull here on display at the South Korean Zoo.
Fucking breaks out and kills 10 people. And then now we're at war with
Immediately at
China.
the press conference, he's eating a child, and everyone claps.
Alright. Do you guys want to wrap?
Ow.
Yeah, I'm ready
Yeah.
to wrap.
Yes.
Alright, someone else did the outro this time. I've done it.
Thank you,
30 episodes.
Jackson, for doing all of our outros. I really appreciate it. Before you do the proper outro, because you're going to do it, I wanted to make sure we all remembered that we are on a new YouTube channel. I want to announce this for a good while now, just to make sure everyone is fucking aware that no, the show is not over. If you listen on YouTube or any of that, go to Jackson. What's the name?
The official YT channel.
That's right. The official YT channel is where we are posting the show on YouTube. We also have clips and other content just for you, just for free. But everything else, same show's still the same. It's just on a new home on YouTube. Now do the outro, Jackson. I can't do it for real. It's not right.
There'll be a link in the description for what Andrew was just talking about. You can also support us over on patreon.com/theofficialpodcast for bonus episodes, 2 a month. But we had a great bonus last night. That was a lot of fun last night.
It was very good. bonus.
Yeah, great bonus. So go check it out. A lot of them. And yeah, just support the channel. We really appreciate it. We appreciate all the support and the friendly comments and the ratings and all that stuff. Rate us on Spotify. Yeah, you know the deal. All right, that's it for this week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
How's COVID feeling for you, Andrew?
I'm pretty much better for the most part. It was a fucking horrid 3 days, 2 or 3 days at the beginning, but then it's just like mildly annoying. How many times have you had it?
3.
Did it get better subsequent times? Because I'm just worried about getting it again now.
So first time was awful. Second time was only bad for a day, and the most recent time was probably the worst one.
Oh,
so
no.
it fluctuates.
God damn it.
Does it just depend on the strain, or like is it how your physical well-being is at the time that dictates it?
I don't know. It's probably strain dependent. I have no clue. But yeah, the most recent time was fucking terrible.
God damn it.
Yeah.
It's just made me so aware of how people are around everything. Like, I don't know, man. I ordered delivery food because I'm like, I'm not going to go out. But then in my paranoid brain, I think, God, the person who dropped this off touched this. What if they have COVID? Oh, God.
Yeah,
Yeah, what if he
How
like
old
snuck
is
a bite
this?
or something?
3
as well,
months?
where
Yeah,
he,
he
like,
took
fingered
my
the food?
burger out,
Really?
carefully took a bite, rewrapped it so I wouldn't notice.
Also, people are crazy. I mean, there's potentially people that are out there that are just like, they're delivery drivers and they just cough on the food on purpose just to infect people. Like, you never know. That's,
God.
I'm afraid of that kind of shit, definitely. I was in the grocery store earlier today and I heard a woman cough in the produce aisle and I just walked the other way. I was like, no, I'm out of here.
I do that same thing.
Yeah, you too.
I ain't risking it. I like held my breath like I was an astronaut or underwater diver or something just to get through the area. I don't know.
Same shit.
Oh my God.
It's like it's stuff that you wouldn't have ever thought about before COVID, but now it's just constantly on your brain,
Yep.
and I hate it.
I'm vaccinated. I've got boosters. I felt like a fucking unstoppable superhuman. I went out. I did everything, and then I got this, and now I just keep thinking, man, I don't want to go out because people got me sick, and if I just avoid people, I won't get sick again.
but there's no way to live.
Yeah, it's also not entirely true. Even if you avoid everyone, you can
Yeah.
still get it just through
Yeah.
proxy.
Yeah. I've kind of ascertained that I
Yeah.
just have to give up and throw myself into the cesspool, see what happens.
I honestly think the reason why, like, my third COVID was the worst one is because I had spent so long inside, like, not doing anything.
That's what I was
and
gonna say. I was gonna say that. I was gonna say there's an argument to be made that like the longer you stay inside as well, you're destroying
The weaker
your
you get.
immune system
Yeah.
for when you finally go out, and then it's just gonna hit you like a ton of bricks. So that's interesting
Yeah.
that you made the same connection. Maybe that is why. you got
I
hit
think
the
it
hardest.
probably is. Yeah, I really do think that is why it was so fucking bad for the most recent one.
You're right.
Yeah, interesting. So go out every single day.
Yeah, kissing babies, campaigning.
It's like exposure therapy for your body. Well, that is how it works actually.
Well, yeah, that's how you build your immune system in general. That's why people want kids to play outside and really encourage it, because they're like, hey, if you stick fucking dirt in your mouth and worms and all this shit, you're gonna build up immunities to this stuff as you get older, instead of staying inside.
Yeah, the whole fucking grandparents meme of like them saying, well, in our day we used to go out and roll around in mud and shit like that, and you know.
They still do. When you're not
Yeah.
looking.
Yeah, my grandpa's out there all the time rolling around in mud. He actually is. My grandpa is like an actual dirt degenerate. He is always dirty with like just mud and shit caked all over him because he's like, he loves working in his garden and shit like that. And also, to be fair, I don't think I've ever seen him really sick, so maybe there is truth to it.
Maybe he's crusted up so much that he has like a protective layer from all the grime on him now.
I mean, it's possible. I'll put you in touch with him. Maybe you two can become fast friends and figure out how to solve your issues, Andrew, with getting sick.
Can he replace Kaya on our show and give us like fatherly advice?
He would actually go so hard on this show. Like, he would be insane. It would be, yeah, he's actually like probably the funniest person in my family. Like, just the wackiest, most insane man. He's got the, it's sad because obviously he's getting old, like all grandparents do. His hearing's going, so he'll just, he'll partake in conversations, but it's very obvious that he's just making shit up because he can't understand or hear us. So he'll just like interject with the most out of left field shit, and it confuses all of us, but then he's just like nodding enthusiastically, shit like that. Yeah, I haven't understood a thing that he said in the last 3 years.
Sounds like a delight. Like a
Yeah, he
fucking
is.
treat.
I love him. He's
Oh.
great.
Well, what we could do to replace Kaya as our fourth host, because that's the direction we're taking this new year, we could use Mickey Mouse. Are you guys down for that?
Yep, Mickey Mouse Steamboat Willie, he's available now.
The first iteration of Mickey Mouse is now officially public domain. So as long as we keep it the whistling black and white version, we can't be sued. We can just use it for whatever we want.
Yeah.
Do you think
How
that
long
Disney...
until one of the...
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, how long until one of those shitty fucking Winnie the Pooh style horror movies comes out
Oh,
starring
yeah.
this version of Mickey Mouse?
Probably already in production, releasing in a month. Something like
Yeah.
that. Jesus Christ. I hate that you said that. I didn't even think of that, but now that you said that, you're completely right. That's the first thing that's gonna happen.
Fulton recovered.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but like on the other hand, like a really cool kind of horror anime or animation starring that, like really bloody and gory, could be fucking pretty cool. I think it's a cool style. I really do think it's a cool style.
Yeah, it's... I don't know, man. It's just I'd rather see something more interesting than the obligatory, you know, turn it into a spooky horror thing. You know what I mean?
Yo, the Winnie the Pooh shit was the laziest shit ever.
Yeah.
Like,
Same,
it was
bro.
very obviously just...
Ah, shit. Oh, fuck.
Hey, oh, this shit's in the public domain and people know Winnie the Pooh. Let's just make the most fucking vanilla, well, not vanilla, but the most boring shit ever and just get people in because it's a wacky premise, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely just using the brand to get people to watch your
Yeah.
generic slasher movie. I don't know. I feel like the potential's just so much bigger than that, though. Like Winnie the Pooh, man, that's such like a wide open premise of you have cuddly talking animals that people recognize. You could do so many different things, and yet it's always going to be make it a slasher movie, make it a horror movie. I guess because it's cheap.
You can do anything with, like, anything with any property as long as your imagination is there, which is fitting for Winnie the Pooh. But I feel like the core concept of Winnie the Pooh was perfected when they made Winnie the Pooh, like Winnie the Pooh, like, you know, TV series and books and stuff like that. Like, I don't know where you go from there other than just like retargeting kids. Like, the horror movie was never gonna be like actually good.
It wasn't about being good. It was just about getting some ticket sales.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brand recognition, and just the fact that it exists. Going, we made a Winnie the Pooh horror movie. Ooh, look at that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you
Yep.
think anything would have come of it if it was, let's say, successful and an actually good movie? Would they have
Oh,
like?
absolutely, of course. If it was
They're still making another one.
Wait, they're making another? Mm-hmm. Really? I thought everyone hated it.
They did. It was fucking terrible. They are making another one.
Oh god damn it!
was it extremely successful?
I'll look for you real quick. Let me see.
Yeah, look it up. I mean, it would have to be to get a sequel, right?
Yeah, budget was 100K. Box office was 5.2 mil.
Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, okay.
Damn it.
Yep, that'll do it.
Unless they keep their budget at like 100K again, which is like pretty insane for a movie. Like I feel like they won't have the same level of success for the sequel because people are gonna be like onto their tricks. Who's gonna go back to watch Winnie the Pooh like slasher number 2? Like the gimmick's up now. You've seen
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Unless you add Steamboat Willie into it.
Well, yeah. But as long as the budget's super small, I think any movie can be successful as long as it
Yeah.
hits theaters.
Even if this
Oh,
thing
yeah,
just hits
sure.
1 million, that's what 10 times the budget profit. It's like, why not? May as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'll never understand why there's not more of these.
Just in general. Yeah.
Good job. Return
Yeah.
to base.
Well, James, what is his name? James Wan? Is it James
Mhm.
Wan? Yeah, he perfected
For
that whole
Aquaman?
model of. Oh, was that
No,
Aquaman?
wait, you're talking about Blumhouse, brother. Yeah.
Yeah, but no.
Blumhouse.
But I'm pretty sure it was James Wan of
No.
Aquaman fame that started that with Saw, right? Am I
That's the
crazy?
longest
Blair
4
Witch
I
minutes.
think
would
you're
be
on
the
some
first
stupid
one.
juice right now.
Who did Saw? What? I swear it was James Wan. Was it? Am I
No.
crazy?
Well, Blair Witch would have been the first one. It wouldn't have been whoever directed the first
true.
Saw
But
movie.
like, can
It
we
would have
just
been Blair
focus on
Witch.
Saw? Was it James Wan? Because yeah, it was. It was James Wan. He was the director. I don't know if he was the producer, but I would assume he was if he was the director for this kind of indie, at the time, indie film. Produced, no, it wasn't produced by him. But regardless, yeah, like that kind of Saw thing, their budget was 1 million and their box office was like 150 million for like Saw. And then every Saw after that, like they did go down in their box office, but they kept their budgets like really conservative. And I think that's what started that whole movement.
That's horror across the board, though.
Yeah. That
Blair Witch is
started,
the best example, but it's all horror.
that started with Blair Witch. Blair Witch had a budget of like $20 and it made hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it something that only horror can do?
No, it's really not. Like, Blumhouse again, Upgrade. Upgrade had a pretty low budget and it made, here, I just looked at it, $3 million budget, made 17 million. That's still a huge financial success.
Hmm.
Yeah, true. But also, I feel like with horror movies, you don't need big actors or big star talent.
Yeah, no, you
In
don't.
most horror films, so that cuts down the cost a lot. Whereas with action movies, Upgrade I think is probably like a bit of a it doesn't follow the same rules for some reason. I'm not sure, and it's an outlier. But with most action movies, you need like a big name attached to it to really sell tickets.
you are onto something, and it does show in Upgrade. Upgrade is a good movie, but it has a very wimpy car chase that I remember. And if they had more money in the car chase or in that scene, it probably would have been way better. I think the whole thing with horror is the actual bare bones that you need to make a successful movie requires basically nothing, just interesting
pretty much nothing,
cinematography. Yeah.
Well, here I've got an even wilder and more topical one for you. Godzilla -1, budget of around
So
15.
fucking good.
It's probably my favorite movie of the year. Budget of
Same.
around.
No, go. Yeah, say what you were gonna say, and then we'll gush over it. We haven't gushed about it
Okay.
yet. Go.
$15 million budget, $81 million box office.
Insane for a foreign language film, by the way. That is absolutely insane.
Well, also insane because of how good the movie looks to do it on 15 mil. I think if you
Oh,
just
yeah.
have like a talented team in place, you can do lower budget movies that are really, really good even outside of horror.
Yeah, $15 million for that is actually insane. I don't know what the fuck, like, kind of. It's kind of exposed how much of a money sink Hollywood is to me. I always
Yeah.
knew that, but they must be so inefficient with their money, or it's just going to ridiculous, like, self-serving things. It has to be. Because you make a film this good on $15 million, and the special effects still look incredible in it, and there's still a lot of like special effects in it as well. Like they didn't skimp out on anything. It didn't feel like. Oh man, it's such a good movie. You know, my partner, she didn't want to go see it, and I said, no, I've heard it's pretty good. Let's go. And she's like, oh, I really don't want to go. Godzilla fucking sucks. Those Godzilla movies, I hate them. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but like this one's, you know, Japanese. It's a foreign film. Let's just go see it and see what it's all about. I'm hearing good things. We walk out of that. She said that I think that was my favorite movie of the year. And I was like, me too. I don't know how to feel. Like Godzilla is actually my favorite movie of the year. It is actually insane how good that movie was. Andrew, have you seen it?
No,
So good.
not yet.
It's so good.
Is anyone in that cast a big budget actor, or are they all
I
just
don't know.
lower end actors?
No clue.
So that's because that's an interesting point on the numbers there. The whole movie Godzilla -1 was 15 million, right? The whole money pit argument, Jackson. Let's look at The Rock, for example, one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood. The Rock takes 20 million per movie. So if The Rock
my
was in
God.
Godzilla -1, he would be paid more than the entire budget of the movie. So when you look at big Hollywood movies, they have like 6, 7, 8 big stars in them, all earning salaries around that number.
I never fucking understand The Rock's appeal. I get that he was like a big WWE star or whatever, and that's where most of the appeal comes
He did
from.
the
originally,
eyebrow
but
thing
he's-
really
Every
good.
movie I see him in, he's the same thing in each thing. It's just
Yeah.
The Rock. I don't even see the thing that he's playing. It's just The Rock. $20 million on that.
We've picked on The Rock. I didn't mean to use him as like, hey, let's pick on The Rock. Hey, Kaya. We didn't mean to use him as like, we picked on The Rock. I meant to point him out as like, he's, you know, a AAA Hollywood celebrity who gets paid these
Yeah.
rates. So if you have a handful of them in one movie, that's where all the money's already going. And then you have special effects and everything else on top
Yeah,
of it.
I
But it's
agree.
quick to see when you use these giant inflated names that already your budget's got to be a ridiculous number, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with your point. It's kind of what I was saying before. Sorry, I got sidetracked by you mentioning The Rock, and I just laser focused on that because I was getting so sick and tired of him, man.
The Rock
Yeah.
does suck though. Like he super
Yeah, he does.
sucks.
Yeah. Kaya, what do you think of The Rock, who's been here the whole episode?
Yeah, sorry I'm tardy. Didn't we already talk about The Rock sucking? What was that movie? Black Adam turn everybody against him because he didn't
Yeah,
want to
it
be the
was
bad
so
guy or
bad.
something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a bad
Everyone
movie.
hates him now, which is surprising to me because I faintly remember you guys liking him before that.
I used to.
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
I-
not
I
before
used to
that,
love him.
but I used to a while ago.
Loved him as a wrestler. Thought it was cool he started acting, and then
It was because of the wrestling, right? For both of you?
probably.
Yeah, that's absolutely why.
I really liked him in Rampage. That was a fun movie.
Well, the wrestling thing would explain why I have no like love for him, because I missed in the wrestling stuff. What, Kaya?
So is it just the Black Adam stuff that turned everyone sour?
No, he's just a massive fake douchebag, and he plays the same role in every movie he's in. Like there's plenty of reasons not to like The Rock.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, yeah, actually, he is more. he's not more fake than all the other celebrities. I feel like
No,
he's just
he
shoved in
is.
your face more. No, I feel
No,
like he's
he
shoved
is
in your face
so
more.
fucking fake. I totally disagree.
What does fake mean? As opposed to who in Hollywood?
To give you an example, I just made a video on this because it's so meaningless, but it really got under my skin. So he's now 3 times publicly stated that he's trying In-N-Out for the first time on his Instagram page. So he's like, oh, I'm finally trying In-N-Out for the first time ever. It's gonna be so fucking good.
Oh.
Comes back a couple years later, he's like, all right, I've never tried In-N-Out in my life. Let's see if it lives up to the hype. And then he just did it again last week for the 3rd time. He's like, all right, it's time I finally try In-N-Out burgers. So he does this whole video where he goes through the drive-thru, and it's basically just him getting his dick sucked by everyone there. It's like, oh my god, it's The Rock. And he's like, yep, it's The Rock. What'd you say in Spanish? Did you say I'm handsome? He's like, oh yeah, you said I'm handsome in Spanish, didn't you? He's like, oh, I can't wait to try this In-N-Out shit for the first time. Like, he's just so fucking fake. I hate him. I hate it.
That's absolutely, you pinpointed what I hate. It's like kind of, he knows he's the biggest star in the room at any time, and he like flaunts it. I don't like that kind of like attitude.
Well, it's more than that too. Like he is legitimately.
Fake
Like, I don't
marketing.
think. Yeah, I just don't think he has any of his own thoughts left anymore. He's just PR speak and marketing.
Yeah, but again, I don't think that's any more. I mean, yeah, it's more in your face, but I think most actors at that level are probably like that. They're just like trotted out for whatever their PR team wants them to do.
Yeah, but The Rock is constant. Like, even when he was at Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest, he couldn't go for the 2-minute video he sent Jeff Keighley without mentioning, like, have you guys tried my
Zoa.
drink Zoa? Like, have you guys given that a whirl yet?
That's how I feel about people like Taylor Swift, where it's like, at what point, like, how much of this is still human and how much is a
Yeah,
walking
a board
boardroom,
manufacturers.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah, it's so hard to tell what is, and it's crazy because people out there will just eat it up as, oh my god, she's so real because she's has
So
the same.
authentic.
She's talking directly to me. She understands my
Yeah.
problems. Yeah. No, she
Wait,
doesn't.
She's me for
When they-
real.
It's all manufactured.
How do
Yeah.
I turn the fucking sensitivity
Who would have
up?
thought that 16-year-old girls were
Left stick.
impressionable? That's weird.
But The Rock's not
Oh, but
appealing
it's
to
the right
16-year-old girls.
And I don't know, 20-something-year-old dude bros, whatever demographic he's going for.
I don't get what his demographic is. Like, it's wrestling fans that are now turned off from him. Why is he still worth $20 million?
He hasn't even been a wrestler in a long time, right?
Well, he still makes appearances, but like he's still one of like the best wrestlers ever. Like he's grown that. He's been grandfathered into having fans there. But in general, like the social media content, I don't know who that's for. I really don't know who that's for.
Based on what I've seen,
Yeah,
most
I
of the
don't-
time he just finds a locale, like a gym or a balcony, and he takes a selfie video and goes, hey, this is The Rock, and I was just thinking, you need to do it. Whatever you're struggling with, The Rock understands. And like that's every video he makes.
Yeah, pretty much.
But add in like a copious amount of like endorsements. for
Yeah,
whatever he's
obviously
peddling at the time,
underarm
like
tank
Zoa.
top in frame or his energy
Yeah,
drink on the
Zoa.
counter. Yeah, every
It
time.
is so like that Jeff Keighley shit is so fucking hilarious because I can't remember if you mentioned it, but he was there to
Have you
promote a
tried the
different
Rock's
thing.
energy
He was
drink? It
promoting
fucking
a movie
sucks.
already. Like he was there to promote a movie. I can't. What was the movie? It might have been
It
Black
was
Adam.
Black Adam. It
Yeah,
was.
he was there to promote Black Adam, and then he fucking slipped another endorsement into that endorsement or advertisement. There's like so many layers of endorsements there, like Zoa, as well as
Ah, shit. I hit the wrong button.
because I can't remember if you mentioned it, but he was there to promote a different thing. He was
Yeah.
promoting a movie already. Like he was there to promote a movie. I can't. What was the movie? It might have been
It
Black
was
Adam.
Black Adam. It
Yeah,
was.
he was there to promote Black Adam, and then he fucking slipped another endorsement into that endorsement or advertisement. There's like so many layers of endorsements there, like Zoa as well as Black Adam.
And he couldn't even be bothered to pretend to care about gaming at all.
Yeah. I mean, half of that blame goes to fucking Jeff Keighley as well, or their team for like paying the $20 million or whatever for the Rock
Oh, no,
show up.
For that, I have no doubt Black Adam marketing budget was used to be presented there, because that movie was looking like it was
True,
shaping up to
yeah.
be a flop, so they probably paid to be there.
Yeah, true. You're right. That's probably why they were allowed to do the Zoa stuff as well. maybe.
Oh man, I'm scrubbing through this fucking reveal that you guys are talking about. The Rock goes on for a minute and a half of just rambling about this movie. It's so long, like it just never cuts away. It's just a shaky selfie cam of him just talking on and on and on. Oh man, this is embarrassing.
At least, so for all Vin Diesel's faults, at least I can tell he's passionate about his own fucking shit. Like he does seem really passionate about the what's it called, the
Riddick
Fast and
series.
Furious series and Riddick, yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad for him because there was this one interview, which by now I'm sure they've scrubbed off the internet with their lasers.
It's still
but-
there. I already know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, where he said, "Yeah, man, I'm kind of tired of doing Fast and Furious. I'll be honest with you. I just want to do Riddick." And that was like 7 movies ago. The poor bastard. I say that, but you know, hundreds of millions of dollars.
Neutralize the
Vin
enemy.
Diesel's in some hot water. You guys see all the Vin Diesel stuff?
No, what happened?
Is he on Epstein's list?
I mean, I guess we're about to find out. But no, he just got sued for sexual battery by a former assistant.
Ooh.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
What does that entail?
I'm not sure. I haven't gone through the lawsuit yet, but it's one of his old assistants is claiming that she was the victim of sexual battery at the hands of Vin Diesel, and she also revealed that apparently he had women be paid to be around him, so he was never seen as alone or something. I can't quite recall now.
As if you'd need to pay women to do that. If he's a
I
celebrity.
have no idea. It was just one of the
He's
positions.
filthy rich and famous. Why you have to pay an entourage to hang
Or
out?
maybe it was before he was famous.
Well, no. He still was famous and rich at the time, but it's just one of those things where it's supposed to like keep up appearances, I guess maybe. But here, I found it. The suit describes Jonasson. I don't know how to say that name. As a recent film school program graduate at the time whose job responsibilities included organizing parties and accompanying Diesel to parties and ensuring that she was in close physical proximity to him in case photographs were taken of him with women when he attends events without his longtime girlfriend. So it sounds like he had women like stand around with him for photos if they like paparazzi caught him, so it looked like he always had women around him, I guess.
Wait, but that's so but he's got a long time girlfriend. They just said that.
If she couldn't be there though.
So it made him look like a cheater. What the fuck is the selling point?
Yeah, I guess.
Also, they make this sound so nefarious when it's just PR. Like, yeah, make him look famous.
Well,
So
it is
what?
that's still weird. But I mean, that's not the sexual battery. This is just one of the things she describes.
The sexual battery thing is the issue here. I don't have
Yeah.
an issue with him paying women to be around him for whatever reason.
No, like that's obviously not the core component of the lawsuit.
Why is it included in there? Why is it in there? I don't get why it's in
They
there.
just sprinkle that shit on top. I'm
No,
telling
this
you,
is-
just to make him sound more nefarious.
No, what are you talking about? This is how she got put in that position where she was allegedly the victim
Oh.
of sexual battery. She's going over what her position was, so she had to describe what she was doing in close proximity to Vin. What the fuck? It's not like they just put this in here for no reason.
I thought you meant it was like an entirely additional thing where she was just describing how he acts towards women or whatever. If it's like
No, she's just-
directly involved with her, then yeah, that makes sense to be there.
It was describing why she was there, like what the job was.
Yeah, that's fair.
How long ago was this allegedly?
It was 2010, September 2010.
Alright, I mean, I'm gonna stay out of it.
What do you mean? You're not gonna show up and testify? What do you mean stay out of it?
Every single time this shit happens, it's like, oh, that fucking rapist, and then you find out, oh, she was lying or he was lying. It's the fucking Pirates of the Caribbean actor thing again. Amber Heard.
Oh yeah.
It's like, okay, everyone's gonna pick teams here again, aren't they? This is gonna be live streamed.
I don't think people are gonna care that much on Twitter about the Vin Diesel one. It doesn't have that same kind of impact as Johnny Depp. I think this is the only time we'll hear about it.
Yeah, maybe.
But
Car fans
who
want to.
knows? But hopefully, if Vin Diesel actually is a sexual battery kind of guy, he gets his comeuppance for it.
Well, obviously, no one's saying anything against that. What kind of statement is that? That's obvious. Hopefully, the bad man goes behind bad bars if he's found guilty.
Bad bars. Is he a rapper?
I think it just needed to be said.
Yeah. No one's gonna disagree with you there.
Yeah, what a hot take.
I think justice should be served. Just saying.
Yeah, I think if he acted at all inappropriately with those women he hired, he should go to jail. There we go.
I think he should say sorry if he did it.
Ooh, like in front of the whole class. read a
Yeah,
letter, say
in front of the
sorry.
whole court. That has to be his sentence. You have to say you're sorry.
So, Kaya, we were kind of like mid-discussion when you fucking hopped back in here. Where were you? What happened?
So I switcherooed myself. So today we wanted to record the Criminally Stupid Jackson. So I have
yeah.
a few alarms on my phone that I don't make new alarms. I just switch around the times on the existing alarms.
Same.
So I took my morning alarms and I put them at like, 4 or 3 or whatever we decided to record. So I didn't have my morning alarms anymore. So yeah, kind of made that little mistake
So
there.
you just slept in.
Yeah, nothing happens. I just sort of slept for like 15 minutes. I looked at my phone and I was like, why the fuck do I have so many notifications? Oh shit. And then I jumped up.
So Charlie stayed home for New Year's last night, resting his new tattoo. Andrew, did you do anything for New Year's?
I had COVID, so no.
Again?
I thought you said it's better now.
It is, but I'm still testing positive. Yeah,
Is that your personality now?
that's my whole shtick. That's my fun gimmick. 2024, it's gonna be COVID positive from here on out, baby. Yeah.
There comes COVID Andrew again.
Did you watch the countdown on TV? Or
No,
did you do anything?
no. I've actually been hitting nostalgia holes real hard. I've been watching Marvel vs. Capcom tournaments. They're tickling me real good lately. People still play the game apparently. It's real good. It's good shit.
I do love nostalgia.
Oh yeah, that game was near and dear to my heart. But no, I'm still blowing positive COVID tests, so I've just been at home for the last week and a half doing fuck all, watching the world go by and wondering why I'm not there.
Fair enough. Well,
Yeah.
you'll get out there soon.
I hope
You'll
so.
get back up on your feet and back out there, and you'll get COVID again immediately.
Yeah.
Because that's how it goes. How about you, Kai? Did you do anything for New Year's?
I was raising the roof. My wife and I stayed home by ourselves and played Baldur's
Oh
Gate
my fucking god!
through the midnight. Yeah,
All you
and
said
that was my New Year's wish. Jackson, this was literally my New Year's wish. I told my wife, I
Yeah.
want one thing. I want to stay home. I am so tired of dinner parties and people. You and me. I don't want to hear anyone else. And that's it. And I got my
That's
wish.
fair.
And it was fun.
I did the opposite. So the last 7 years I did that basically. I stayed in every New Year's. I was like, I'm too cool for New Year's. I don't want to do it. And then this year I was like, all right, we'll try something different. We're gonna go out for New Year's. I went out and it was the most excruciating fucking time of my life. I hated it. New Year's out sucks. You did make the right decision. I would have killed to be home playing Baldur's Gate 3 with my partner. Well, the fucking fireworks and shit were so pathetic. First of all, they were like really wimpy where we were, so that already sucked, and it was super crowded. But that wasn't the issue. The issue was we left and then we were stuck in standstill traffic because there was only one road out from where the fucking event was being held. We were stuck in standstill traffic for about 2 hours. Like an hour and a half of that time, we were literally stationary because we were parked at the very back of the fucking place. So we were in the car for an hour and a half, not moving an inch. On the road, by the way. It wasn't moving. Like, I'm not even, that's not an exaggeration. We didn't move. We actually, like, an hour and a half in, we parked the car because we're like, we're going to be here until like 3 a.m. at this point. Like, there's no getting out. And so we parked the car and we were going to walk to a different road somewhere closer, like to a bunch of other roads to catch an Uber or something of that, strategy to get out. And then just come back and pick up the car in the morning. So we got out and we were walking, like 10 minutes down the road or whatever, and then the line started moving, so we had to run back to the car to hop back in the line to finally get out. And so we didn't have to do the whole Uber thing, and we finally got out. But yeah, it took like 2.5 hours to get back. I'm never doing it again, ever. was
So
excruciating.
what was your like end goal? What were you doing all this for?
What do you mean?
Like where were you going?
Commencing.
Home after the New Year's event.
Oh, this was after. I
From
thought you
where?
were trying to
Yeah, that's
get
what
to
he's
New
asking.
Year's.
Oh no, sorry. Yeah, so we were there for the fireworks. The fireworks happen, and then like everyone
Oh,
leaves,
I see.
obviously. So everyone hops in their cars to leave at the same time. So we were. Stuck
I
in
thought
that
you
traffic.
spent New
was
Year's
it?
like actual New Year's in your car because you missed what you were going to. Okay.
Well, we kind of did. I mean, but we were out there like for the fireworks. But yeah, we kind of did spend the majority of our New Year's in the car, which fucking sucked. It's just not worth it.
I'll take
I
the-
didn't feel anything.
Yeah, I'll take the controversial opinion. I don't give a
Feel anything?
I don't give a shit about fireworks anymore. I really don't care. They're just whatever. They're the same everywhere. I just don't care. I don't even bother
I
looking.
think they can be cool. I think they can, and the drone stuff that they're doing now is pretty fucking cool.
No, drones are different. Drones are badass. Drones, they have like coordinated shows and little animations and stuff, but like just actual regular fireworks, unless it's like, I don't know, a theme park where I know it's going to be really huge, I just don't care. You know, doesn't excite
Well,
me
most
like it
in
used
the
to.
big cities, the firework displays are pretty next level from what I can see on TV anyway. But like in my local region, it was like a 3-minute display maybe of the most wimpiest fucking fireworks I think I've ever seen in my life, and I was like, this is not worth it. There's no way that anyone could think that this is worth
You
it.
had an existential crisis. This is all not worth it. This is just nothing.
2024 sucks.
Why am I here?
Yeah, it was also raining and stuff and pretty shitty weather, so I didn't have a great time. Yeah.
The most depressing time. Just
Yeah.
see, should have just sat home, cozy.
Yeah.
Got
I
the
know,
cocoa chips, Baldur's Gate.
I felt so bad because I was like, I took my girlfriend out for a really nice dinner and stuff. She didn't want to go out at all. She was like, "No, let's just stay home." And I'm like, "But we do that every year. Let's go out." I really like. I wanna do something different. I wanna go out. And then she's like, "Oh, fine, we go out." And then I had to look at her while we were sitting out in that car for an hour and a half, and she was so fucking mad at me. And I was like, "Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, babe. This is on me. I don't."
How long has this been going on? Yeah, I might catch your Frostfall stream. About 2 hours and 30 minutes. How long I fucking do this.
Alright, you hit the fuel tank. They won't be going anywhere for a while.
You gotta fight them like a million times, dude. This is why I keep on saying this is a Monster Hunter game. It's not a fucking Metal Gear game. Or at least it is a Monster Hunter game disguised as a Metal Gear game. Oh yeah, and you get to fight a Monster Hunter demon or whatever the fuck. Monster Hunter monster. You know the cat people from Monster Hunter? They're in this game. You can unlock them. Yeah. You don't get to play as them or anything, but you bring them shit. You bring them meat from fucking killing the Monster Hunter monsters. And they'll give you special healing items.
They've okayed the request for support. They're sending out a cardboard box as we speak.
God damn it. I headshot him with a missile. This game is so, like, mind-numbingly good. I don't know why. Oh, look at that.
You're fired.
I don't know. Dude. This is... I don't know, dude. Because I really didn't like World. Just the shitty starting area.
Let's get this.
Survival.
I don't know. This game is like I really can't put my finger on what I like about it. It's just like it's so repetitive. I think I just like busy work that doesn't really take a lot of brain power.
Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
Maybe that's why I washed dishes for 8 years. I don't know.
Fulton recovery.
Somebody there.
Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
Nothing here.
I don't know what to say. I'm sorry.
See, that's how they get you. They make you feel like the entire culture just makes you feel FOMO. You think, oh man, am I really gonna sit home at New Year's like a loser? Or am I a fucking lonely incel? We gotta go out and live our life a little, right? It's New Year's, huh? And then you find yourself just sitting in that car going, this fucking sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I was home
Yeah.
right now.
I think if we planned it, or if I planned it better, it was very spontaneous. Like the afternoon, I was like, all right, let's go, let's do it. I'm ready. I want to see what New Year's is like now. So it was very spontaneous, and if we had a park somewhere like even marginally better, we probably would have avoided most of the disappointment. But still, like at the end of the day, it fucking sucked. So never again. Not doing that ever again.
Well, at least you learned your lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You'll join us, Jackson.
Yeah, I'm really surprised at how many fucking people there were. Our local region is kind of, I mean, it's kind of large, but also not. But the beach was like completely packed with people. There would have been over like 50,000 people probably. Maybe that's a bit much, but it was packed. Like you couldn't see any like grain of sand on the beach. It was just full of people. And the I thought it was gonna be a drone demonstration because there were drones flying around in the sky before the fireworks and leading up to the fireworks. But it turns out there were police drones and they were just scanning the perimeter. Like I saw the drone fly up and like shine its fucking high beam flashlight directly in some kid's face. So they were like patrolling the skies. It was pretty crazy. I didn't know that they used drones
That's
that
funny.
way. Yeah. Anyway,
You didn't know the cops
was-
use drones now? Yeah, for everything.
well, I live in a small-ish area. It just seems like an over-the-top use of force, really.
Oh, they just do it for fun. Whenever the cops can get funding, they just go, we want drones. No, not for fun. I mean, we're gonna hook it up with like facial recognition cameras and whatnot, sir. So please, money for drones and other toys. I wouldn't be surprised if they get RC cars next.
Jackson, you should come to America where instead of drones, they just get actual tanks. And they're like, yes, we need this for a town of 1,000 people. Why do you ask? They just drive them around and parade them.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
It is pretty
It is
fucking
pretty
cool. Yeah.
But that's just more of a strong show of force instead of like surveillance equipment, I feel.
Let's get
Yeah, you should just come to America in general.
Why?
I think you'd see a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah. We got really cool stuff. We have Disney.
Yeah,
Like food.
I've been there.
Yeah, but you could go regularly.
We went to Star Wars Disney World or whatever, Disney World Star Wars Land or whatever it was called. It was the most disappointing moment of my life. That's when I think that's the moment Star Wars was dead to me. I was like, Jesus Christ.
That probably had something to do with it.
I think about that trip all the time, every single goddamn week, because I will never get over as we're walking through Toy Story World, I saw a woman dying of heat stroke, and the guy dressed as Woody puts his hands on his knees and leans forward and he goes, "You all right?" And she's just on the ground, slowly fading away.
That trip when you came, Jackson, was really... Well, I think this was the second time you came. I feel like every time you come to America, we do our best to make sure you end up hating something that you previously loved. Because
I know.
the second time you came, we brought you to Legoland.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And we bought you the Taj Mahal.
The Legoland trip was great. The Legoland trip was
Yeah,
amazing because we
yeah.
were in the car with 6 of us and we kept passing the fucking like music around and no one cared, and absolutely no one cared. And I said, all right, if no one cares, I'm gonna choose the music. And I just kept putting on the Venga Boys We Like to Party over and over and over again for like 2 hours.
I don't even remember that, but I just remember we got you the Taj Mahal, and you really didn't want the Taj Mahal at all. But we got you the Taj Mahal, and like basically when you catch a kid smoking a cigarette and it's like you got to smoke the whole pack.
Yeah.
We made you build the Taj Mahal with me and Matt, and you've never built Lego since.
I said this is too large for us. I just want to enjoy Lego. I don't want it to be a job that when we get back to your house, it's gonna take like 8 hours to build this thing all collectively, and then we got so bored of it.
No, the best part of the Taj Mahal is it's very, very symmetrical. So the instructions would say, build this one column that takes 20 minutes. Okay, there's 4 of them. Do it 3 more times.
Yeah.
It wasn't even
Because it's so
exciting or
symmetrical, it's so
creative.
repetitive.
It was just
I know we didn't
like
even finish it.
Oh, man. Oh.
And also, you didn't buy me it. You've still got it. That's yours. He bought you it.
Well, yeah, but I did it for you.
You did not. I begged not to.
Yeah, but that's because you didn't know what was good for you.
Why did we choose the Taj Mahal?
Because it was the biggest one they had.
Oh,
There,
yeah.
it was
that's
either
right.
that or wasn't it between that and the Millennium Falcon? And we said we would really
No.
thank Jackson. What was the other one? It was
They
between.
didn't have the Falcon.
They didn't
that was,
have
that
it,
was
yeah, it was
why.
Was
sold
it the? There was another big one. Was it like the set of Friends or something?
No, it was Harry Potter. It
Oh,
was
that
Harry
was
Potter.
Hogwarts Castle. That
Oh
was
yeah,
it.
it would have been Castle. Yeah. I would have preferred that
That
one.
would have been so much cooler.
No,
Yeah,
we
that
thought
would've been
about it.
way
We said
cooler.
Jackson would really appreciate the Taj Mahal over Hogwarts.
The Taj Mahal had the second most pieces. It was like the highest age bracket expertise requirements. So we're
Yeah.
like, we got to do this one.
And it's got historical merit.
Legoland was a very cool experience though. Outside of like that building the Taj Mahal sucked, but that was at your place, so I don't really associate it with Legoland itself. Legoland was fun though.
Yeah, they had a water skiing show.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brickbeard.
Brickbeard.
the nefarious outlaw pirate
Yeah.
terrorizing the good people of Brick River or whatever.
And they didn't have the
Yeah.
woman read her lines. They just played a voiceover of it, and she pretended to say them. It was great. It was so
Yeah.
good.
Jackson, so what happened to your Legos when you moved? Because you moved into
Oh,
your
yeah.
home, right? Since then, so are they all just in boxes?
Recovery subject complete.
No, so I was moving them all, but Lego are very fragile, so they all just like exploded in the fucking drive over. So I was like, I can't, like, I've lost all the instructions, first of all, and also, second of all, like, it's too much work, so I just donated it all to, like, what do you call them? I donated them basically to children, so that they're gone.
Just to inexplicable
and I was like,
children.
Legos.
Yeah, I just, any child on the street, I was just throwing bricks at them.
You should have
I
signed
didn't-
each brick.
I didn't want to like start the fucking addiction again. And like once that's happened once, I'm like, it's sapped all fun out of it because I spent so much money on all those fucking sets. Like the fucking Star Destroyer. Do you remember I was sending you progress pictures on that, Charlie, when I was building it?
Vaguely.
Yeah, the giant Star Destroyer. It was like enormous. It took me like 3 weeks to build, and it was also pretty expensive. And then that was like 3 months before I moved, maybe longer. But I boxed it all up perfectly, like as perfectly as I could, like a lot of cushion in it. And as soon as I put it on the the utility vehicle to transport it over to the new house, it just exploded into like a million pieces, and like my heart sank. It was such an awful feeling. And so I'm never doing Lego again, just on the off chance that I move. I don't know. We need technology to prevent this from happening. There needs to be. Do people like collectors just like super glue the pieces together? They have to. That has to be it. I don't know.
I don't know. What do you
I don't know.
need? Like packing peanuts? How would you?
I don't.
Why does it get jostled around so much?
Well, the connections between these larger pieces are just so fickle that they just usually break anyway if you move them at all. They're more like just like put them on a display case and never touch it again kind of shit. For the bigger pieces anyway. So I was expecting it to break, truthfully, but it still hurt when it did. Anyway, that's why I stopped.
Charlie, do
That's
you
sad.
remember that Legoland trip? We took your dad's car and you refused to use the Sun Pass, the automatic tolls, just to make the trip take longer. So we had to stop at each individual toll booth so you could throw coins into the machine.
Oh, but that was a cool experience for me as well.
No, it was a fun experience.
Yeah, I don't remember why. I don't remember why I did that.
I
but-
don't know either, but I do
Sounds
know you
about
did
right.
that for each and every toll along the way there. Oh
Fire.
man!
That's pretty cool.
And then
Glad I did.
we had to find somewhere to eat, and we went into the pizza restaurant, and we looked at it and said, "No, fuck this."
Yeah, that food looked bad.
The food there was a goddamn nightmare zone. I think we eventually settled on paninis in like
Yeah.
this fucking hole in the wall in the corner. Legoland was great.
We ate at Legoland.
We did.
Yeah, we did. That's what he
We
meant.
did.
Yeah.
We had like a cafeteria style ham and cheese. It was great.
Yep.
It was pretty
I'll
cool.
be right
I
back.
like honestly, I think the price of admission for Legoland was like pretty reasonable as well, from what I remember. It wasn't like exorbitant like Disneyland prices.
Mhm.
I could be wrong, but I don't remember being like
remember.
offended.
Was that where they had a roller
over it.
coaster and the wait was 2.5 hours for like a little
At
baby roller
Legoland,
coaster?
we were like the only ones there. I don't think there was a long wait for any of them. I think if there was any not like available, it was because they weren't working.
Hmm.
But I also don't remember going on any rides at Legoland.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
I think they had a roller coaster that we were too tall for, and the line was really long anyway.
Oh, that was actually one of
That's
the things.
right.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
you were too tall for one of the rides. I don't
I
remember
was
what
too
though.
tall for the roller coaster. Yeah. Ah, what a
Yeah,
shame.
That sounds about right. Wasn't there like a basketball game or something? Some kind of
There was a hang
there was
on
some
the
kind of
pull
mini game we
apart.
played.
I
it,
know,
yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
kept hearing that while we were waiting for something.
Yep.
Ah,
Great
Legos.
trip.
So what have you replaced? Have you filled the hole with anything, Jackson?
No, not really. I haven't been collecting anything lately. I would like to start again, but I just don't know what would replace that kind
Not
of
necessarily
hole in my heart.
collecting, just like binging anything, because you have now have
No.
like a Jurassic Park Star Wars Lego shaped hole in your soul.
Yeah, nah.
Nothing else?
Those everything that was like really formative in terms of my personality over the last years has just slowly been sapped away, and now there's nothing there. I don't think anything's replaced them.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Well, what you guys were you guys should be happy. You guys were aiming for that. Also, Jurassic
No.
Park fucking sucks now. Jurassic Park sucks. Star Wars fucking
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
Lego, I mean, it's no fault to Lego really. It's just kind of like I don't want to go through that process.
You
again.
finally grew up.
But-
yeah.
No, it's not growing up. Lego bricks are for adults as well.
Mm,
I just don't have anything else.
taxes,
3.
mortgage.
Yeah. Home improvement.
Fun
like,
adult
fun.
things.
improving the place.
Yeah.
Honey, the sink is clogged again.
Cleaning up the living
Yeah.
room for company.
Let's go ahead and pause the show for a second to talk about the best way to get some immediate savings, some money back in your wallet.
Jackson, you know what you should do? Is
What?
keep statistics like this stinky girl on Twitter.
Yeah.
Should we turn this into
Yeah.
a tradition, reading her statistics? Have you guys seen this? Any of you?
Oh, is it the
I
is
have.
it the same girl who only showered like 3 times in a year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ayala, I don't know how to say that, but she, last year we read her stats and it was kind of gross because she would have sex like 200 times but only shower 5 times a month, max. She has released her 2023 statistics, so went outside 248 times, that's decent.
The
Socialized
fuck?
171 times. Pooped 192 times. So she goes a lot of days without pooping, I guess.
Yeah, I was
So do
about to
I,
say
though.
that's shockingly low.
Is it?
Yeah.
I poop
Yeah,
like once every 2 days, maybe?
brother, I pooped 3 times yesterday.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
you shit
poop a
3
Oh,
lot.
times a day?
Well, it's not like the average, but I eat a very healthy, fiber-filled diet. I'm shitting at least once, maybe twice a day, even. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Anyway,
continue.
worked 162 days, and I think she's a prostitute. I don't know what else she does. All I know is that she bragged about being a prostitute at some point. Took a stimulant 71 times, drank alcohol 121 times, danced 65 times, had sex 39 times, and then cried 55 times, wrote 38 times, which I think 55 times is a lot.
Is it?
55 times, like, I imagine
that's
that's
a lot.
days crying. Like, she cried
Whoa.
that day.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what she means, right?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Gamed 73
But wait,
times. had a
but
good
girls are
meal,
always
53.
saying that they cry a lot. Like they can cry over like extremely
Yeah.
minor things, like a movie
Yeah.
or a cute puppy. I
Yeah,
don't know.
maybe she got a new cute puppy and she's crying with excitement. It could be happy crying.
Yeah, could be a lot of different things.
Maybe
Yeah,
she
she needs to
finally
elaborate on
pooped
these.
that day and she just let it all out.
She's so thankful.
Or
So
maybe
thankful.
it was one of the 37 times she finally showered, which is like almost an average of once every 10 days, I think.
God.
Is that more or less than last time?
It's exactly the same.
Confirmed onboard helicopter.
Was sick 8, bald 7 times. I don't know what the difference is between that and crying.
Oh, that's a
masturbated
big cry.
32 times. I guess. Why even differentiate though? So yeah, she's still gross. Still doesn't shower much. Once every 10 days is so gross.
Yeah, I feel gross if I don't shower once. Like, I can push it to 2 days. Like, I can take a day off from showering and not feel bad, but if it goes beyond 2 days, then it's like, what am I doing?
Yeah, you have the exception of like when you're traveling and you just don't have the opportunity. But at the end of the day, when you do get home or to a hotel, you feel nasty. You just want to wash off all that stink.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope
That's what I was saying. We were talking about this in the Patreon chat beforehand, and I was like, I don't know how you could do that while feeling like you have all the like fucking just dirty energy all over you. Not to sound like a TikTok influencer or something, but like I genuinely do feel like gross if I get home and I haven't like showered.
Oh,
if I've got all the
sure.
days like stink on me.
I like getting into bed all clean. Like
Yeah.
There's got to be some level of clean before I can feel comfortable getting in my bed, because I want my bed to stay clean. You know?
Hey, that was great.
Yeah. It's also like
to
it's also therapeutic in a way as well. Like it's like a relaxing time, hopping in the shower, feeling some nice warm water run over you. Yeah. Maybe that's why she cries so much.
She's stinky. The fumes make her eyes water.
She doesn't know what to do about it. She just suffers.
No, I don't even know if she suffers or if she's like SpongeBob in that episode where he can't smell his own breath, but everything else is decaying around him every time he speaks.
Oh,
So now she just thinks she's super ugly because she doesn't realize that she has stinky breath.
And she has a best friend going like, "No, you're not ugly."
God, the grinding on this fucking game.
You're fired. You're fired.